Hey, everybody. We're back. Mike has left us. We got, let us know. Hey, Dean Lanthrop, let us know in the chat if you can hear us and everything is good.
Hey, everybody. We're getting ready for a 520 and under final 8. Last match of the final 8 that we're live streaming. And the last one is today. We'll be in the final 4 for the 520 and under Slate Billiards tournament.
Okay, Sammy, I think you can go have them lag. Seems
All
like
right.
everything's working. So we got a 519 versus a 520 in a 520 and under tournament. They're going to hit the leg right now. It's going to be close. Oh, look at that leg. Wow.
That was pretty good. He got here about an hour and a half early, so he got some extra time on the table to get started.
Dean said he can hear us, so that's good.
Yeah.
Is Chris going to come in?
No, he's got to go.
He's out of here?
He's got to be at a thing. He's got
a thing in a place.
Reservations. So he's going to leave in about a half hour.
Mikey left his water.
So I think Tom is from over by the what's the name of that bull? The Mad Apple. He's over from that part of the world. I'm not sure where Jeremy's from. But we're in the mix here and ready to start. Tom's got the break. Oh, just avoided the side pocket scratch.
I'll be back. He's leaving in a little bit, so I'll play for a little bit and come in and help you finish.
Sounds good. We got Jesse in the back. Getting into some action with Dave over here, so he's got to run and
Jesse and Hank are about to go.
Oh, they're winning
the Florida Open, yeah.
Oh, awesome!
Sounds like JD and Braylon and Nick are all leaving tonight, driving. Jesse and Hank are flying out like Tuesday morning, and none of them are coming back for 14 days.
Yeah, that's a big
all
road
the
trip.
Pros are out of town, and Brian Brecky's playing in it, and Dean says, "Go Pack, go!"
Yeah.
Mother.
He's always
easy.
He's always a Packer backer, but you know, we can't all be perfect. Everybody's got a fatal flaw of some sort, and that's his, I guess. 2 Packer fans playing. Well, so who do I root for then? I mean, yikes. But all jokes aside, we always root for the Hill here at Slate Billiards Club. Do please like, subscribe, and share this to all of your social media accounts. We do appreciate all the viewers and understand it's pretty hot out there. Super hot, in fact, here in Minneapolis. It's 110-degree heat index. There's like a heat warning that's been on for like 3 days straight. Excessive heat warning and all that. So perfect day to be in the comfortable confines here in St. Paul, and AC's blaring here in a sub-level of the building. So it's plenty cool in here. Might be a little hot under the collar for the combatants here in the arena, however. Stressing this Final Four opportunity. It is a single elimination BCA rules format. So for those of you who haven't watched previous streams or maybe unfamiliar, there is no kitchen. If you scratch on the break, it is anywhere on the table for the cue ball, ball in hand. And it's winner breaks, race to 9. And again, the tournament is a single elimination the whole way through. So these guys have battled in from the first 32 rather, to the final 8, and all the other final 8 matches have been played. So this is the final live stream match for the day and to the final 4. And then those matches will be scheduled as they are available, and we will live stream all of the final 4 matches as well, as we are wont to do in all of the tournaments that we hold here at Slate Billiards Club. It's a little bit of a unique format where they just basically get a week and their opponent's phone number to figure it out, and they have to play by Sunday at Slate, or they play whenever they're available, day or night, and then they're one and done. So it's more convenient for a lot of people's lifestyle and demanding schedules, especially here in the summertime. People got a lot of things going on. But the only thing I've got going on is live stream commentary here at Slate Billiards Club. So bringing it here from St. Paul live in full effect here with Slate Billiards Club, and dedicated my afternoon to being here with you guys and bringing you this live stream and commentary for Jeremy and Tom. They're just getting started here. Tom's got ball in hand. He's got the onboard jersey. And Jeremy's just casual today in his regular attire. If he can get to the backside of this 3 ball here, it looks like he's got a good opportunity to run out. Just got to make sure he gets the cue ball back to kind of the area he's standing in here. Go to the other camera here. Not that camera. This camera. I think he's just looking at how he's going to lay on this 7. I think it's a pretty tight fit there. I don't know if he's going to draw away from it. Yeah. I think he got on the wrong side of it there. I think a stop shot might have been a little more conducive to the results he was looking for. Now he's got to travel the wrong direction. Yeah, I would think he might have been hoping for a stop shot there. It looks like he might have stepped away from his stance there and kind of rose up out of his stroke. Got a little more activity on the cue ball than he was looking for. Now he's really got a kind of a tough spot here. He's really got to travel quite a bit on this 7 ball and land in a pretty narrow window for the 3 ball, and then leave the 4 for last, ideally. I mean, ideally considering the circumstances he's in right now. So you're welcome, Max. Angela's in the chat. Chris is leaving the building. I got to play a little bit with Chris. Just a casual, fun few rounds there. Put a lot of sauce on the ball there, but didn't get much travel. He was kind of going against the grain there with that low right, I believe he put on that. Low left, I apologize. Just kind of drew into the corner and just kind of killed there. So he's looking pretty tough here. I'm not sure what his play is. If he can roll that 4, I don't think that 4 goes. I think he might be trying to kick underneath the 4 and just let the cue ball kind of dribble into the 9 there and just kind of leave him in an awkward spot. But that's super tough. Super tough to manage and control that. So he might be just trying to hit it full and just put the cue ball on the rail, close to the 3rd diamond there on the top rail. Not sure. It's a very awkward position to be in, and I'm not sure what he's got planned for us, but we'll find out here shortly. Yeah, there's that spot on the rail for the kick. So I think he's at least looked at that. He caught the 9. I don't think he was looking to touch the 9 ball there, perhaps, but Maybe just wanted to cut that a little thinner to get clear and just leave the 4 kind of in the vicinity there. But so his solids are locked up here pretty hard. So the opponent's got the advantage here if he chooses to continue to control the table or continues to break out and go for his own, which looks like it worked out just about perfect for him. He's got the 11 straight in, and his breakout couldn't have worked out really any better than it did. Nice little 2-rail travel there to come back for the 13. He's in a weird spot here. He doesn't want to hit the 8 or the 4 traveling here if he's going to go forward 2 rails or go back and forth 2 rails. He went back and forth. A little bit more fourth than maybe he was hoping for. He's ended up a little bit tough on this 14, but the only reason why I say that is that the shot isn't particularly challenging, I don't think, but the 3 ball's in the mix and you don't want to touch that. But I think he'll be okay here. He might just draw out of it. Yep, he did draw away from it. Ended up pretty long on his 8 ball here. Almost froze to the rail. This is a tester shot for the first game. Definitely puts you in a gut check here for the first win here. Let's see how he holds up. Looks like he executed pretty well. He just might not have been in alignment there to line up for the shot. Looks like Tom's pretty well in control of this situation here to get the first win likely. He's just got to keep it together here. Looks like he's got a pretty nice Jacoby he's shooting with there. There we go. Keeping it in the mix here. Well, he's got to be pretty excited about his opportunity there. He's looking like he might not get back to the table, and he was fortunate that his opponent had a pretty tough tester there on the 8 long shot frozen on the rail. Gave him another chance back at the table. Forgiveness for any previous errors or misjudgments or miscalculations. And that is 1-0. Who's the chat pulling for? I know it's Sunday afternoon here at 3:15, just after the first game here. But do we have any supporters in the chat or in the Wisconsin area tuning in here? Maybe some friends and family that are pulling for Jeremy or pulling for Tom? So he had a pretty good break. Didn't manage to drop any balls there, but let's see where he's looking. I think he's looking at stripes. He might start with the 11 here and go yeah, they are Packer fans. That's true. It's inevitable. They're from Wisconsin. All right, let's see here. Looks like he's going for the 10. No, he went for the side. I like that better. Yep, Tom did buckle down there. Kept it going in the first game. Hopefully he can continue. Got some Tom fans there. A couple of folks cheering you on, Tom. It's like Adam Lutz 191 and Joshua Murphy 932. We're on Team Tom here. I like this run out capability here. This looks like a pretty good table. Had Tom made a ball, he might have been in a similar position here, but unfortunately the break came out dry for him. And Jeremy's on the job here. Just draw this back off the rail a little bit. Oh, he went too strong. Looks like he might have been kind of reaching and had an awkward balance. Maybe reaching across the table there. That can put you in an awkward balance and not give you the best results. It might have been a big factor there. All right, Tom comes to the table, surveying the situation from all sides. I like that. Taking in the data points. Dean Lathrop looks like he's cheering for Jeremy on this one. Shooting at the 3 ball. That's a tester. He shot that pretty well there, but that close to the rail, long and straight. I know there's some folks that don't believe there's such a thing as a long shot on a bar table, and maybe they're right, but in context, that was actually a pretty touchy shot there, especially in the first game or so. I think his time at the table, being here an hour and a half early, getting comfortable with the environment, changed out of his suit and tie and got comfortable and got a lot of shots in on the table. So I think that might have been very conducive to how he played that 3 ball so comfortably and so accurately there. Let's see if Jeremy has got a little more rest or a little more rust. One of the two, we'll see. It's like Tom is very deliberate in his pre-shot routine there. He's got a... didn't mean to shark him right when he was doing the pre-shot routine there, and then kind of got him on the commentary curse there, extolling his discipline, and just came up a little short on the cut there. He hit it just a little too full. I think with that slow roll too, these balls do tend to push a little bit, but I think he still needed to cut it a little more than that, even so. Haven't seen much of Jeremy so far, so we'll see how he's hitting them. Oh, wow. That's just really unlucky. I mean, he was off on the shot. I think if he'd have made the shot, the scratch would have never been in play, but he overcut the shot, and that English put the scratch on him across the side there. Yeah. He was trying to play it a lot thicker off of the 6 there into the side. Caught it thin with that inside English, and that inside English threw him right into the top side there. All right. Tom, none the worse from his previous miss. Right back to the table and looks to be out here. I think he wants a top down angle here on the 2, which means I think he wants to go past the 2 and be shooting from the middle diamond or past that. But he's come up short here, and this works too. He's just going to float this ball past the spot and really just take his best angle. If he's got a better angle on the 6 maybe, or a better angle on the 1, I suspect the 6 is probably going to be next, depending on how... he's going to draw this out. He's going to draw through the middle. Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting that. I don't think he was expecting that either. I think he could have just floated out there. He was trying to draw through the middle of the table, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think he just got a little jabby and stabby there, and that might have affected his tightness of his hand there, and just wasn't able to let him shoot quite as straight as he wanted to. And you could see him check it afterwards, kind of rechecked his stroke or corrected something perhaps. That was unfortunate. I was looking for Tom to get out there. But Jeremy's back in the saddle here with his Pool Hub t-shirt. Surveying the table. I mean, I think if he takes the 13 and draws it back, he can just take his best shot. But I like the 12. I like the 12 and then coming back up for the 13. And you just got to be on the short side of it and drift up to the kitchen there for the 14. I think that's what he's decided on. Looks like he's walked away from the 13 and he likes the shot that I was describing on the 12 better. See if he just goes up and down here. Back to the middle. Oh, well, he got a little far. Maybe that's what he wanted. Maybe he was playing for the 14 all along. Could be. But he's real straight here, and he doesn't have a lot of opportunity to move the cue ball. I mean, if he just lags this up and shoots the long, tough 13, I don't think that's what he wants. And if he draws it back and hammers it, he might rattle the pocket, which is exactly what happened. It's all because of getting too straight in on the 14. Just a little unlucky there to fall that straight and not have an opportunity to work the cue ball much to get back for the 13 on the side. So once again, a little back and forth here. Tom is back in the driver's seat here. He's just going to roll this forward. Just about made it. Just about made it. These pockets are 4 1/4, so they're pretty tight. But everything but fell. And he left a really weird angle for his opponent Jeremy here. I mean, he did slow roll that in, and it definitely rubbed the rail on the way in. He didn't just hit the points, so that isn't surprising that ball didn't go. But he got a little lucky. He left a funky angle for Jeremy to shoot at. Didn't really leave him any shape, even if he made it, I don't think. So the roll's starting to go Tom's way early on. Looks like Jeremy just overcut it by about a half a ball or a ball there, away from the pocket. Now it'll be interesting to see if Tom decides to play a bank on the 6. I don't think there's really any reason to try to do that. There's no reason to play a very tough thin cut on the 1 or bank the 1. So he's got to play the hanger here. These are real tricky to play position off of if you're not careful. He chose to just hit it full and draw the ball, accepting a tougher shot on the 1. I think he has a play on the 6, but I think his choice is going to be to play the 1 ball. Yep. Looks like he's lining up. I think if he just plays a stun here, he'll have a nice bounce off the rail for the 6. He doesn't really want to go forward here at all. Oh, just missed it. He ended up perfect on his shot, of course, but he just missed the pocketing on the 1. Well, I think Jeremy can't believe he's back at the table. Happy to be there. Tom just caught that 1 ball too full. In his previous shots, he cut a little too full as well. Need to just get a little thinner on him. Maybe he's putting some English on it there or something, or maybe he's just not quite lined up with the shot line or alignment there. I played the right shot there. I think he wanted to bump the 14 down towards the pocket with the angle that he had there. I could certainly get behind that strategy. I think that was the right strategy. He just drew off of it and hit it a little too full. Looks like he might have kind of shoveled in or lunged into his shot there. So Tom fouled on purpose there. He's just like, I'm going to shoot your ball in and give you ball in hand. It's a different strategy. I don't know that that was such a bad idea, honestly. He came out pretty good, looks like. So, not a bad move. A little counterintuitive, perhaps, but honestly, looking at the result of it, it's not too shabby of a shot. I think Jeremy can put the cue ball right near the rail there by the pocket and just tap underneath, hit the 14 and hit the rail and just freeze the cue ball right there. It's a little subtle, nuanced, soft speed shot. I know a lady in Egan that knows that shot. She's demonstrated it recently, in fact. So what you want to do on this shot is have a very close bridge to the cue ball and a very short, almost non-existent pull back there in your backswing, and just have a real forward choked up grip on your backhand, and just almost just kind of roll the cue through your fingers, just kind of unlocking your wrist and letting the cue drop. Just the subtlest of speeds there. It's not even a hit. You're not even really hitting the cue ball. You're just kind of rocking the cue ball forward with kind of a pendulum balance there. I think that's the reasonable shot to play here. He doesn't have a bank. I don't think he can play safe any other way. Just have the cue ball off the rail a little bit by the pocket. It looks like he put his cue ball down there initially. Yeah, I'd want to be even closer than that personally, but there you go. I like that. Just a little bit of angle. I'd probably want to be even a ball closer than that. But I think he's playing a different shot. I think he's pushing the 6 ball down table and trying to get away from the 1. But I still like to tap. Yep, he played a good shot there. He hit it a little bit more with the top spin, and so I think it did give him the edge of the 6 that he can touch it. But then if he moves the edge of the 6, of course, he opens up the 14 back for his opponent. So he did give him maybe a little bit of swerve shot into the rail. I think he might be able to spin it in to touch the 1, but even though it's not a ball in hand result, I think the shot is still functional. It's going to be a chess game here. Only problem is Jeremy's only got 1 piece, and it's not the queen, so he's a little bit underneath it here, but he might be able to thin this in and make it, because it should be ahead of the 6. So it looks like he might be able to just catch that ball thin enough and make it. I don't know if he wants to gamble on the legal hit or the result of the shot, but that might be on. The other thing is he could do the same thing that Tom did earlier. He could just shoot his 1 in. That's always an option. Looks like he might be going for it. No, he's just tapping it. Oh, he missed it. He was trying to just shave it, but he missed it. So he's gonna just roll the 1/8 of the 6 ball here and just nug on the rail. Yep. He actually spun it instead, but that works too. So stripes are in a real bad spot here. He's got to maybe even 3 rail this. No, he can't cue it because he's over the ball, so he can't 3 rail it. Yeah, he might have to 3 rail it this way. Bottom, side, top. There it is. Look at this. He hit it perfect. He hit it perfect. 3 rails there using the back rail. That's the way it had to be done. Unfortunately, it leaves solids in a position to win, but at least he didn't give him ball in hand. I mean, honestly, that's about the best you could expect there. He hit that ball pretty damn good. You're not going to get much. You're not going to get much more good fortune than that, other than just hitting it there. That's due to Tom's strong safety plays the last few innings there. He worked himself into a pretty good spot. So Tom's walking the table and he's looking down the line at where he wants to be for the 8-ball. And then he's connecting up with where the 1-ball needs to be pocketed, and he's merging those two with the cue ball quite nicely. That's exactly the line he was standing on earlier, is the line he's standing on to shoot. Right there was the line he was standing on earlier. So he got his cue ball right where he wanted it. Nicely executed. Waiting for the ball to stop moving. Good move, Tom. And that puts him up 2-0 in this race to 9. Winner break format, BCA rules. A couple of caveats to the BCA is that if you move a ball, your opponent has the opportunity to move it back or leave it where it is. It is not a foul on all balls. The 8-ball is not neutral on an open table. And you must designate your suit by making a legal shot after the break. And if you do not successfully pocket the 8 and you foul, it is not a loss of game. You have to continuous play until someone makes the 8-ball in a legal shot or makes the 8-ball on the floor or in the wrong pocket. Or obviously, if they make it and call it, they win the game. There's no 8-ball on the break, winning or losing. It's just simply counted as a ball, and the opponent can, if the 8-ball's pocketed on the break, the opponent can choose to break or spot the 8-ball with ball in hand. If it's just a regular 8-ball break with no fouls, the breaking player can just spot the 8 and play from where they lie, or they can re-break. Yeah, thanks, Dustin Clark at DC Billiards. He's shooting well, I'm sure, these days. Thank you for the shout out. Hope all's well with you as well. Good luck to Tom from Dustin. And the intentional foul did set that all in motion. You're right, Joshua Murphy. That intentional foul did put him in a pretty good spot. Right out of everything after that was due to that opening strategy there. Pocketing his opponent's ball and fouling intentionally put the wheels in motion there for him to get that victory. Well, he's surveying this 10 ball here. He's trying not to scratch. I think he can pocket this ball without scratching, but he does have a little more angle than he would prefer. I think if he just hits it with topspin, he should be fine, but he's trying to get a position on this combo. He might just shoot it now. Yeah, it looks like he's going to shoot it now. The 9-15. Oh, just a little thin. Leaving that ball there is going to come into play, though. It looks like the 1 could maybe open that pocket up and get the 15 removed, but it may hang up. It may not drop. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Looks like Tom's surveying the situation there with the 1 ball going by the 15, as I just mentioned. His opening shot here is a bit limited. He only really has the 5 ball, and I'm not entirely sure that goes. He's got the 4. It's a tougher shot, and the cue ball is going to go a little wild, but looks like that 5 will go. It's pretty tight. He's eyeing it up. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see where Tom's gonna come up with a play here. He's got a pretty challenging setup here with this 6, and he's going to try and get on the other side of the 1 and just avoid the 15 altogether. Seems to be the strategy. I think he'll go to the bottom foot rail there, and he played the 7. Much better shot. I didn't realize that was his play. The way he was lining up on the 6, it looked like he was attempting to shoot the 6, but he changed his mind for a better opportunity there. He's looking at his line on the 2, he's looking at his line on the 1, trying to see kind of which way the cue ball is going to move. That was a great shot on the 7, number 1, and number 2 to pocket the 15 and leave himself the shot on the 1 or the 2 was that was a pretty smart play there. Got to wonder if Jeremy's feeling the warm-up missed opportunity here. Doughboy here. Somebody named Ashley Nord has a nickname for one of our players here. What a nice stroke. He really put a lot of nice topspin there. That ball was pretty straight. Not super straight, but pretty straight, and he cut it just a little bit and put a nice smooth topspin stroke on it and just got a lot of movement there on the cue ball. Well, let's see. He's got a stop shot on the 8, or is he going to travel? Look, no need. Yeah, I like that. Just keep it simple. He's got the shot. Just shoot it. Yeah, there he goes. Off and running. They're saying, Tom, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. He's got a 3-0 jump here. He's a third of the way through the match, according to my math. At least a third of the way to the score line that he needs, to be more precise. And again, you got to kind of wonder if, the practice opportunities for Jeremy might have had an effect on this score line here, but we shall see. Perhaps he'll be able to recover here and start some momentum of his own. But for the time being, it's all the momentum is going Tom's way here. It's been a lot of back and forth games, a lot of back and forth innings, back and forth safeties a few times, and back and forth misses even. But Tom's managed to get the better of it and come out ahead on each occasion so far. So it looks like another dry break. I mean, he broke him wide open, just didn't drop one. So Jeremy's got an open table here. He's got a couple of problem tie-ups there with the solids there on the bottom by the 8 ball. Otherwise, it's looking pretty good here. I think those are pretty manageable by the 8. I think he should be okay as long as he doesn't leave it to the very, very end. But that's been known to work too. The soulmate says, "Go Tom," in the chat. Going to draw this ball back a little bit. Oh, he forced it in. Rattled it. Tried to force it in there and just rattled it out. Just cut it a little too thin there, I think. Or no, maybe it just hit the nip. It hit point to point there. So Tom's looking at this situation if he can run out here and I think he's trying to figure if he can play the 15 off the 5 in the side. I think it looks favorable, but he's decided against it. Maybe live to fight another day. He's going to go side pocket, come back and try and break it out. I wonder if he's landed on this 12 ball where he can. No, the 5's still there, so that wouldn't work. I was going to say might look at a stop shot for a safety, but the 5 is on. Yeah, he's rightly chosen to get that 10 ball out of the mix there. It's kind of in a bad spot. He couldn't have banked it because the 9 ball was in the way, and he can't cut it down the rail because the 5's there, and he can't cut it down the other rail because the 15 and the 2 are there. So wisely, he exited the 10 ball and left the cue ball near the point, and he's got to play 1 rail kick on the 5 as his only shot, and he did not succeed. So Tom putting the pressure on with the defense here. That's really been kind of a deciding factor and a separation of the score line that I've seen. Seems to be due to the fact of his safety play and decision making there. Tom's really kind of trying to suffocate Jeremiah here, and it seems to be working thus far. It's putting the pressure on him with these defensive shots. Nice play. Took ball in hand behind his only trouble ball there, or one of his only 2 trouble balls rather, and got that out of the area, pocketing it. Now he's just got to figure out this 12 ball. I wonder if it goes. I don't think it does. Is he trying to play a bank off of the 6? Because I don't think it goes clean. Could be wrong. But it doesn't appear to go clean. Maybe he's just playing it safe and tying up the cue ball. Yeah, I think if he'd have got a little more roll on that 6 ball up towards the 8, he'd have come up okay there, but he's saying daredevil safety there. It's like, I dare you to get out from here, Jeremiah. Let's see. I think Jeremiah might just indulge him and say, you know, I just might run these out. Thank you for the opportunity. I think he wanted more draw than that, but it's really okay because he's got the 5 ball just kind of hanging there. So he can take the 5, and then if he wants to stop it or draw back there. And drawback's better, yeah. So let's see if he plays this pink 4 and goes around the table, or if he chooses to play the 2 and hit the 4 in the side. Yeah, he chose the 2 and go around. I like that shot. It's a good shot. It's not Jeremiah, it's Doughboy. That's what Chad Mortimer said. Okay. Well, Jeremiah must be the one with the nickname. Yeah, I really like that 2 ball that he played there, traveling around 3 rails. That was a smart shot, and executed it very well. I think he's coming alive here. That might have been a flawed strategy there for Tom to give him a kind of a free swing there to get started. But we shall soon see. 3-1. Welcome to the game. Jeremy's on the board. 3-1 breaking. He's got his diamond wood break jump cue there in green and black, green and gray maybe. Got one of those cues myself. They're about as hard as a rock and stiff as a board, as they say. There's no play in it. Might be a Chilton break jump, not sure. Chilton was a cue maker that lived here in St. Paul for many a decade and is relocated into Colorado. Left a lot of cues behind that he made over the years. Looks like it worked for him. It's going with the power break. Forget about the cue ball control. I'm smashing him. He's got the straight ahead one ball front ball break. A pretty good hammer on him too. And that is his only problem really, is the cue ball. The balls are broke up great, but he just doesn't have a good opening shot here. Chad Mortimer confirms it is a Chilton. I'm known for my cues. For those who may or may not know me, I can spot them. I don't know the difference between a Camaro and a Mustang hardly, but sacrilege to some, but I do know my cues. I don't know my cars. Wish I did know more about cars or classic muscle cars. I'm an appreciator. I just don't know much about them. But I know a thing or two about a cue. Pretty good at spotting them usually. From a distance or otherwise. But yeah, Jeremy's really kind of in a pickle here. He's feeling good about getting his first win, feeling good about his break. He hit him pretty hard, made a ball. But how to begin? He might be looking at this 4-ball here, the pink. And he's decided elsewise. He might go stripes here instead with the 14. Nicely played. Get off of that 8 just enough. Would have been unfortunate to be froze up there because he wouldn't have had a shot. But I think he's looking at this 10 here and trying to get underneath the 9. Yeah, well played. I think I might have chose the 15 there. If he had a chance to make that 15, I think he might have missed an opportunity there, in my opinion, to get that 15 out of the mix, because that may come up to bite him here. But it looks like it's oh yeah, it looks like he's looking at it. So there we go. Trust me, folks, he didn't hear me through the wall. Might look like he did, but he's made that decision entirely on his own. They can't hear anything I'm saying. So wisely, I think he changed his process there and decided to go after the 15 instead of the 9. I think that was a smart play. That might have saved a costly error later. I think he's looking pretty good if he just makes this ball here. Oh, hit it. Spoke too soon. Hit it a little thick. But he was looking good from there. Just had to hit that one a little thinner. And, I know he might have been thinking about the scratch there too on the side pocket, but I think he was okay if he slow rolled it, which he did do. He did roll it slow enough. He just needed to hit it a little thinner, which would not have increased his odds of scratching whatsoever. I think he would have been just fine. All right, back to the table. Tom's looking to extend his lead here. He's got a wide open table. There's really no problems to speak of. I mean, it's just kind of basic pattern play and try and control the rock here. Don't do anything real thin cut or real big strokes, and just kind of stay in line here. I think he might go 6-5 here. He's looking at where the cue ball's at. He really is pretty fastidious with his with the angle off of the object ball and where his cue ball is going to go, and that's serving him well. I like where he almost kind of telestrates his cue ball with his finger there, and then he's standing behind it after the ball, kind of envisioning after the ball has been made, where am I moving to from there, and making sure he stays in line, and really conscientious with the angle that he's going to be accepting, or that he might want to massage a little bit and manipulate a little bit. I think that's going to go a long way to consistency and position play for him here in this as this match goes on. I think we'll have to wait and see how that plays out, but I suspect that that will go a long way towards his success. Well, he's got to worry about this 3 here. I neglected to see that earlier. If we look at the overhead cam, that 3 is a little tight going by. Looks like rail first off the 12, and he can't play it down the 15. So perhaps I spoke too soon from the other camera angle there. It looked like the 3 was not an issue, but it might actually be a little bit tricky. So he does have one problem to solve. Not monumental, but still something that needs to be addressed and adjudicated here. It looks like he went right after it right there. Opened up the pocket a little bit, but he kind of moved them both a little bit and moved them both kind of in the same line that they were on. But I think the pocket's a little bit more available than it used to be, but it might not be fully available yet. I think he's going to go for the 7 here and maybe take one more swing at it. Well, if the 3 ball's makeable, he's going to shoot it now. And I don't know that it is. So if he doesn't shoot the 3, that means it doesn't go. And he might just accept a bank on it. You might try to just rub this in off the rail, but these pockets don't cooperate very well, so it's a gamble. But he did manage to do it, so good for him. Good attacking style. I like that aggressive strategy and aggressive stroke there. Again, on the camera, it looks a lot tighter than maybe it was, but he did rub that ball in. It was a little bit more room than towards the 12 than he hit it, but he managed to make it. So good for him. Good control on the speed there. Got dead straight in on the 8. Yeah, it's looking like the Tom show so far here. 4-1. Yeah, Jeremiah got it really going there. Jeremy was getting some things working there, but he just missed and left Tom back to the table, and he made him pay. So an opportunity to shift momentum there. Maybe an opportunity lost for Jeremy. And Tom's right back on the program here, breaking. He's up 4-1 in a race to 9 winner break format. Let's see how he fares. Well, it wasn't for a lack of trying. He hit him pretty solid there. Just got him wide open, made a ball. Surveying the table, he made the side pocket there. When I look at the 3 ball there, it kind of makes me think he's going to take stripes. Because I don't think the 3 ball goes by the 13. It might, but it definitely doesn't go by the 9. Yeah, it does. It goes by the 13, clearly. But his opening shot is probably the 5 ball. If he shoots the 7 ball, it doesn't get him on the 3, but it does take care of this 2 ball here, so I like that. I like shooting the 7 if he can keep it straight here. Or maybe just go around everything and come back out. Yeah, he might have got stuck there. Let's see. I think he's got he might just have the 2 ball. I think if he cuts the 6 in, he's going to scratch. Oh, wow. Nice stroke. That was definitely a scratch on, but he just smooth stroked it with topspin and just got away from it. he cheated the pocket as much as he could there. That was a great decision. That really is an aggressive go after it mindset there. He's like, I'm not fading the scratch. I'm just going to smooth stroke this and run this in. So Tom's really playing confident. I don't think he's playing the score. I think he's just playing confident. He's feeling his stroke. You know, he's focused on his work. He's very deliberate. He's very conscientious with his cue ball. He seems to be pretty disciplined. His pre-shot routine is pretty consistently executed. So we haven't really seen a lot from Jeremy to know how to read his game, as he hasn't really been at the table very much to really examine what he's doing. But looks like Tom's going to draw this 2-ball out. Nice smooth draw stroke back to the 3. He might just tap this 2-ball in first. I'm sorry, the 4-ball. But I think he's going to draw the 2 into the 3 next. He's not going to touch anything, hopefully, and just smooth over to that left lower corner there. There you go. Nice. You know, if you hit that a lot lower and a lot smoother like he just did there, you can get a real kind of instant activation off the object ball, where the ball just draws back that much quicker and that much sooner on that line, as opposed to hitting it, you know, kind of harder and trying to bully the cue ball. And it tends to delay, travel, shift, and then draw back. So that was a big key to him being able to get a nice shot on the 3 there from that 2, is how he chose to deliver that stroke. For those of you watching at home, that might be a learning moment for you. How to better draw your rock and keep in line. He's left himself a little bit long here on the 1, but I think after pocketing his 3-ball, you know, his 8-ball goes basically in every pocket on the table. So I think if he just can execute a stop shot on the 1 here, or keep the cue ball in the relative area of the 1, whether he stop shots it or rolls it, whatever he chooses, I prefer probably to stop shot it, but he looks to be out here. 4 on the side. Oh, he played it off the 14. That's clever. I'm not sure that he did that on purpose. It looks like he was lining it up straight into the hole. But either way, worked out well for him. Yeah, it looked like his cue ball might have even swerved or shifted a little with some English on the way to the 1-ball there. I feel like he might have just kind of got lucky there and made it off the 14. I think he was trying maybe a drag draw there, and cue ball just kind of turned over with some English. Not too bad, not too bad. A little close to his work, but he'll be fine. I think he'll just draw out of any potential scratch shot here and just clip this in. Yeah. Very disciplined there, looking at his line, checking the 8-ball. I think he's going to need to get a smooth draw stroke here, maybe an extension on the end of his cue. Just a better look at it here from the other side. He looks determined. He looks disciplined. A little awkward, but he made a good shot at it. Just didn't quite pot it, as they say on Match Room. Potting the bowls. It looked good there. I thought he had a chance to make it. He hit it just a little thick. I think he just kind of got his body in the way a little bit, and he just kind of got a little awkward with his cue. I think he needs an extension on that shot, and he would have made it. And when I say extension, I don't mean a time extension. I mean a little more reach on his cue ball, maybe even using the bridge there, but ideally an extension to have a longer cue and be able to reach that without being awkward into his body there. So Jeremy's got a chance here. Happy to have it. Executed a strong shot there. That was a tough ball to walk into. This guy plays pool if he can step into that shot and just put it down. No fear in his game. I mean, he misses that, he sells out. I'm sure he knows that. So he made a strong shot there. Got up nice for the top end of the table and started chipping away at him. He had to make that 11 or that 14 just to clear up that rail there to leave one of them. See if he goes back and forth on this 9 ball here for the 13 or not. Well, he went back and forth and back there. Wow, he really got a lot of travel out of that. He's still okay, though, I think. I mean, it ain't exactly how you draw it up strategically, perhaps, but I think he's a shooter. I think he just shoots his way through it. Puts this in the side, goes forward for the 13 in the top corner there. Yep. Fortunately, he's fallen just a little straight, but I think he's got a slight angle. He might be able to just stun this over. He's got to hit this pretty hard, I think. I think he's just going to try and stun it over by the side pocket, or in the direction of the side pocket. I mean, he's off the rail a little bit. He's jacked up. He's got just a slight angle. This is no gimme. Just cranked it. I think if he would have stroked that instead of pounded it, I think he would have got a better cue ball position, but I don't think he cares. I think he's just a shooter, and he's just going to shoot it. He got a good enough shot to win with, and took his medicine, and that's the shot I got, and that's the shot I'm going to shoot. So, like your style, Jeremy. You're showing some skills here that, hey, I came to play too. Put a lot of inside on that and turn that 8 ball in there. It's kind of a drag draw with a lot of inside, and just smooth stroke through it. Yeah, he went rail first, actually. I take that back. Looks like he went rail first and kicked it in. Didn't see that on the original recording. I've got a delay here that I can watch on another screen, so I get to second guess myself sometimes. So we got to mark a score here. Don't want to shortchange Jeremy. He's bigger than me, so don't want to shortchange him his game. It's 2-4. Making a match out of it here. Jeremy says, "Hey Tom, hold the door. I'm coming." Got his Chilton break jump cue, diamond wood ready to go. Hitting him hard. Sounded like something dropped. Once again, his cue ball's a little errant here and just kind of put him in a little bit of a pickle, but I think he's just going to end up shooting the 4 ball. He's looking at the 2 and the 3. He made the 14 on the side off the break. He might be shooting this 4 ball here, and I think if he comes out with a shot off of this 4 ball on the 2 or the 3, or if he bumps him and comes out with a shot, I think he's out. It's just the way I see it. I call him the way I see him. Well, he didn't bump him, but if he's a shooter, I think he can play the 2 ball from a different position. I think the 2 ball goes. I don't think it's an emergency to fire at a desperate shot here. If he feels like he can make the combo, he's going to have to hit that pretty thin on the inside of the 2 ball there. I don't think there's much of a gap there, so I think you got to shoot the 5 in the side. He's tree-topped by the 10, or at least halfway tree-topped, if not totally. So that makes this shot very challenging to be accurate. Hit it like nothing. Yeah, I called it right earlier, Jeremy. You're a shooter. This guy's a shooter. He don't care. He's just going to shoot him. So he's got a real strong gear on ball pocketing here. He's demonstrating that now that he's kind of warmed up here and kind of settled in. His shot-making prowess has been on display on several occasions here, so we Almost didn't get to see that for a while with Tom kind of running the show. But the tides appear to have turned. Now Jeremy's showing us what he can do. Yeah, that was a tough shot. Froze on the rail. Cuts it in and just powers the cue ball around 3 rails to get back into alignment with the 1 here. And if he can just float this 1, he's got a slight angle towards the rail. He can end up with a shot on the 2 here. Yeah, just like that. Now he can just float this 2 in and shoot the 3 in the opposite corner. Or he can try and stun it and pull it over a little bit more and shoot the 3 that way too. Yeah, he stunned it over. That way you're not too close to your work. I like that better. It was hard to see if he had a little angle there to play with or not, but I think he did cheat the pocket a little bit and stunned it over, as I expected he would. He's got to watch the stretch here. Hopefully he hits a good stroke. Yeah. I think he wanted to play for the side there and got a little more oomph on it than he was looking for. He's got to be careful here. There's a scratch on this shot here. And he could scratch off the 10 too, even if he uses topspin to avoid the initial kind of natural scratch. So he hit that 15, got kind of a funny bounce there, and ended up with a little bit of a challenging shot on the 8. He's froze on the rail here. Let's see what he does. Wow, he split him. Not only did he not scratch straight through, but he didn't scratch off the 10. So that was a tight little window to hit the cue ball into without going into the straight down the pipe and without going into the 10. Yeah, Jeremy's really showing us something here. Nice cut, cheated the pocket thin there. 3-4 for Jeremy with the break. Coming back like a man on fire here. Tom's been grabbing some wood there. When I say that, I don't mean his cue, I mean his chair. Jeremy's been icing him out here for a little bit, and quite frankly, this is the momentum shift that Jeremy needed to exert his will on. You know, get this score line straightened out before Tom started to kind of run away with it here. So we're always cheering for hill matches here, of course. Dean Lathrop says, "Keep it going, Doughboy. Nice out, Doughboy." Yep, it was a nice out. I agree. This guy's, if I haven't said it 17 times already, this guy's a shooter. He's never seen a shot he didn't like. He just hits them in no matter where they're at, it seems like. He's got another strong break. They seem to have kind of clustered up in the middle of the table, ironically. There's room between them, but they're kind of tough to navigate nonetheless. They're not exactly in a cluster, but they're just kind of in a tighter group, I guess you could say, a grouping of sorts. But he likes his stripes here. He's going forward. It looks like the 11. He's got a little back angle there. I think he's going to end up drifting into the 14 if he's not expecting that. I think he's just accepting that at this point. He's mapping out his cue ball possibilities there, looking at the angles he needs to have to get on the 13 and the 15. See if he's just going to go for this 9 ball here. I think he likes the 9 ball better, and I agree. Oh, hit it a little stiff there, a little too full. I do like that shot selection, though. I think the 9 ball played better than the 11 there. I think there was more reward with that 9 ball. He could have got into the 13 on the bottom of the table there. It looked like that was probably where he was trying to go. But the tide turns, and Tom's back at the table. Looks like he can go forward here and get into the 4-ball if he gets about 2 diamonds up table, which he has done, and a little more. If he knocks this 4 in the side here, he can clip the 8, break that out, and still come up with a shot on either the 2 or the 6, depending on how full he hits the 4 and consequently how full he hits the 8 after the fact. I think he's just going to go for the 3 here, but I don't know. He might live to regret that. I think I would take my opportunity to break these out first because there's so many balls available to rescue you for position. But he has other ideas. I find that if you do breakouts later in the match or later in the game, I should say, you have less options available because all the balls you made already aren't there to kind of rescue you. You don't have any insurance balls, as they call them, or safety valve balls to release the pressure of coming off a breakout, or maybe having a little bit of random luck with the cue ball on some of these breakouts that you've got one shot and one shot only, and if you don't line up on it, you don't have a shot. It tends to be the way that plays out sometimes. Played a nice shot here on the 2, escaped the 13. He did clip off of it, but he did escape it, so he can make the 1 or the 7 here, depending on how he likes his angle of travel off of it for the cue ball. I think I might go with the 7 here, but so it leaves you the 1. I feel like if you shoot the 1, you don't really get a shot afterwards, unless you're playing a real tight in between the rail and the 7. Maybe on the side or something. That seems a little suspect to me. I think you play the 7 here and play the 1 next. You don't want to come with a big stroke here and try and force, the cue ball halfway down the table and then halfway back again with a draw stroke, or halfway forward again with a topspin stroke. It's gonna be a lot of force to reckon with. Rattling a pocket is usually the end result. So I would not prefer to flirt with that. I think I would just roll the 7 in, take my medicine on the 1. And this is where 2 or 3 shots ago, when he shot the 3 ball, I thought that the 4 ball into the side and breaking into the 8 and the 6 was a better shot. And that's coming to fruition here. Unfortunately for Tom, I think. But we'll see. He's still at the table. He can still affect what happens. He played a combo there, and I think he might have just been more playing that combo to break it up and leave the cue ball there, but I could be wrong. A little bit of a 2-way there, perhaps, but I think if Tom watches this back, I think he'll recognize where that playing that 3 ball and going around was maybe not the best strategy there as it came to the later portions of the rack there. That 6 and that 4 ended up being kind of a unfortunate result. So Jeremy's got to play at stripes here. I think if he can just play this 9 here, bump into the 8 and the 14 and or the 14, he's pretty much out. The 8 and the 14, there it is. No, he didn't happen to get fortuitous with his results there off of that breakout, but I don't know if you've heard me say before, Dean Lathrop, but I've come to believe that Jeremy is a shooter, and he's going to shoot these balls, and he don't really care. He's just going to shoot them in wherever they're at. And I don't know that I've ever met the man, but I recognize it because I recognize it in myself. I tend to do a bit of that myself. So it takes one to know one. That's why I'm confident of my assessment. Recognize a bit of Jeremy in myself. Well, he came with a big shot there on the 15, and he put a big stroke on it. He cut it a little thick. Looks like he might have steered out with his elbow a little bit. Looked like he had a bit of a, maybe kind of a wonky little tail or something. A tail end of that stroke might have been trying to juice it or, kind of help it along with some overcompensation there, but it did not serve him well. Unfortunately, he's left a shot for Tom. Oh, wow. Hanging in the jaws. That just rolled forward enough to hook him on the 4-ball. He's in a real spot here. Wow, that is unfortunate. He just got that kind of lazy topspin on it there and just kind of rolled it in. And, this table and these rails are fast. And he actually got a little more topspin on that than I think he wanted. I think he probably just wanted to roll a little bit forward and get off the rail. And unfortunately, he's gotten a lot more of that than he wanted from the topspin result there. Damn near scratched, and he's pinned in. He's got to shoot the top point here and come back off the point and do a trick shot and make the 4. Is that what he's looking at? I can't tell on this camera. I mean, that is a shot, believe it or not. But I don't think he's going to play that hyper aggressive. I think he's just going to try and roll the 7 and oh, he didn't get a rail. I don't know if he intended to get a rail there or not. I can't imagine shooting a ball and not getting a rail on purpose, but he might have just been trying to jam the 7 into the 8 ball and just make it tricky for the 8. It's entirely possible that he hit it exactly the way he wanted to hit it. I'm not sure. Well, Jeremy's monitoring the situation here and looking over, surveying the table here, and he can't believe he's fortunate enough to get another shot at the 15 ball, much less ball in hand. So he's going to put that down, and it looks like the 8 goes clear through to the side pocket. Might be a little tight, but it does go. But the other thing is he can just roll forward and shoot the 8 in the corner too. He doesn't have to be married to the idea of shooting it in the side. He appears to be okay with that option. So the side it is. Really see any problem here. Yep, sure enough. Well, don't blink and don't hold your breath or turn away. It's 4-4. Jeremy's leveled it here. And Tom's gone on a bit of a cooler. And Jeremy's been firing them in left and right. Missing a few here and there, too, to be fair. But he's shot some strong shots. Put some big strokes on a few of them as well. And Dean Lathrop in the chat here is validating my comments and concerns. He is a shooter. Yes, he is. He's not afraid to shoot his way through a tough rack. Go Doughboy. With some emojis of strong and strong 8 ball. Yeah. Yeah, Dean. If I could say the same for you, Dean, you're a man cut of the same cloth and a shooter as well. Some people are movers in one pocket. Some people are shooters. Some people are movers in 8 ball, and some people are shooters in a slightly similar fashion. And it appears Doughboy, as his friends are affectionately calling him, is one of those variety. He's a shooter. Yeah, he's put another hammer on the break here. Got a nice pop from the cue ball so that there's not going to be any spin or any travel to the side pocket there. Just kind of got a mule kick on the cue ball back off the rack there and just sat nice and pretty this time. He's got a lot of options. Made a ball. Surveying the table, he can play several shots here, which is really a great option to be able to not only pick your stripes or solids at your leisure, but also maybe attack some trouble balls really early if you have a few different options to travel and get in those areas. Well, it's 5 more games. It's a race to 9. So Jeremy, aka Doughboy here is getting right to the trouble ball, the 12 right away, put a nice topspin stroke on it. You know, I said earlier he might not have gotten much practice, or he might not have got comfortable in his own skin or his own shoes there, and maybe not quite comfortable with the match or the tables. But he's comfortable now. I'll say you that much. He's letting them go, and appears to be well on his way to shooting the kind of pool he's expecting and comfortable playing. And you're right, Max. It is reminiscent of last night's match. It was kind of one guy out of the gate, 4-1. And then the other guy came back and it was 4-4. And then it ended up being 6-5 at one point. First time that Garrett got in the lead was 6-5. And then he was down the rest of the match and then ended up pulling it out. Hill, breaking and running. Only rack he ran the whole tournament, or the whole match, was Hill, and he picked a great time to do it. So, but anyway, back to today's match. This afternoon's match, rather. There was a match earlier today. Looks like Jeremy got himself into a little bit of a jam there with the cue ball froze up and had to kick at it and was not able to hit his ball. Fouled on hitting a 6 ball, which is belonging to Tom. So Tom gets ball in hand on solids here, and he's surveying the table. I believe the 6 goes by the 5. I believe the rest of the balls are free. Chad 2260 says, "Let's go, Doughboy." So it's a nice little roster of a fan club from Wisconsin there for both players in the chat represented today. Good to see that. Good to see folks supporting their friends, family, teammates, friends, acquaintances, people who have bar tabs owed them and would like to see the tournament pay out well for their man so they can get their money back. I know how those shake-a-days work in Wisconsin, folks. I've been there a few times. You know, there's some good old boys out there in Wisconsin got a bar tab that you could use to mortgage a down payment on a house, you know. All right, Tom's feeling good there. I noticed he took a little moment of silence there earlier and kind of tapped his chalk. I'll pontificate that on a later moment here when we're not in action. But I think that was really important what he did there, and I'll speak to that in a break here between games, perhaps. All right, Tom's not quite where he wants to be here. He went a little too far on his stroke. He got pretty straight in on that 7, and he put a big spin stroke on it there. Slid right in between the 5 and the 7, clipped the 6, or I'm sorry, the 5 and the 6. Clipped the 6, hit the rail, and just spun into kind of oblivion there. He's got a back cut on the 1, and I expected he'll make it, but he's got to watch the travel. Just pocket speed. Nice job. And he did travel just enough to get this 5 ball. He might like the 6, but I suspect he won't. I think that the 5 ball is the shot here. Here he comes. He's going to spin it in here slow. Nice. Table speed there, pocket speed, pro speed, all the above. And he's got a line on the 6 here. He's got to be careful because he's that 15 takes up a lot of real estate here. He's going to want to hit this 6 ball and either draw back or power forward. And I think if he powers forward, he's going to be pretty close to a scratch here. So I'm not sure which way he's going to prefer to go. This will be interesting to see which route he takes. He drew back. He got a little extra on it, to be sure. Definitely got a little extra on it. He's on the rail, which isn't ideal, but I think he can I think he can actually come out okay here. It's a challenging spot. It's definitely not the way you draw it up, not the way you'd prefer it, but I think he can actually come out of this okay. I think he can roll this 3 in and just take his medicine and shoot the 8. That's what I would do. I wouldn't try to dress this up with a big jacked up draw stroke. These pockets don't appreciate that type of activity, I can assure you. It's certainly possible to do it, but it is less than likely. I think I would just roll this 3-ball in, take my medicine, and bounce off the rail here. He did it too. We all but did it. Just caught that ball on the lip there. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to see Tom get that shot and get his confidence rolling, get his mojo working. Just caught the point, stop. Yeah. Well, it looks like Jeremy's back in the saddle here. Now Tom does have that 8-ball obvious corner pocket blocked with the 3. I suspect that, as I alluded to earlier, Jeremy's a shooter, and I think he's going to shoot this 15 ball or this 9 ball. I would probably prefer the 15 and clear the 8 out right now. And I think the 15 ball is better to use because the 9's closer to the pocket and has a little more obvious path to make it. But whichever way he decides, his first instinct's probably best. Yeah, he was definitely going for it. And he hit it pretty strong. Rattled the pocket there with that heavy speed he put on it there. I don't think he needed to hit it quite that hard. Looks like he hit it about break speed and hit it just a little too full. Well, not his break speed, but maybe mortal men's break speed anyway. Just caught the point there and rattled out. But I mean, I think he'd have been okay with the 15 ball shot he ended up with. Now, this is no gimme for Tom. I mean, sure, he's going to make the 3 ball, but it's so deep in the pocket that he has to draw out of it. And he can't even hit the full ball because it's kind of the rail is hitting, maybe 60% of the ball there is all that's available, maybe 40% of the ball. And the 15 plays really big if he goes around the table and tries to go rail first. He's got to clear the 15 ball to be able to make the 8 in the side. So this isn't, this is no gimme here. It looks like he was thinking about using the bridge there, and he's decided against it. I really think that Tom's next purchase is going to be an extension on his cue, because there's been a couple of times already, just in the first half of this match, that's come into play where he was going to need that. But he's got the bridge in hand now. He's looking to find the proper tool to use here for the notches on the bridge here. Is he going to go rail first here and pinch this in? I would. Nope. Nope, he didn't. He just played a little stun shot there and stabbed it in. Kept it fairly simple. Long and straight, just off a straight on the 8 ball, just off the rail. Just a bit wide. That's a challenging shot. If you hit it strong, you risk rattling it out. And if you hit it slow roll, you miss, you bring into the possibility of a slight rollout or a slight bit of English. And that's a challenging shot. I know Tom's probably pretty frustrated with missing an 8 ball there to win the game, but there might be folks at home thinking, well, I'll just shoot that straight in 100 times in a row, and you might. But trust me, out here and under under the limelight of the live stream in the final 8 of a tournament. You're in the money. You're trying to make some big money. That shot's a little bit more itchy than you might think. Speaking of itchy, he just about full table drawed that 9-ball into the hole. I am very surprised to see that. He just unloaded the draw stroke there on this 9-ball. I'm surprised he made it at that speed. But he got all of it. I don't know how that stayed on the table. It just rolled in, hit the facing of the pocket, and just sat up. That's wild. Well, he's at the table. And it bears repeating that he is a shooter. He's going to shoot at it. Valiant effort. Just a little bit thick, frustrating there, and showing some of that frustration, just conceding the shot to his opponent. Yeah, he just got all the draw in the world on that 9-ball. And don't get me wrong, I mean, he was pretty straight on it, and he needed to draw the ball. He did need a strong draw stroke, but he just got all of it, unfortunately. Just kind of ran away from him. That would have been pretty amazing if Jeremy made that 8-ball from the jaws. That'd have been a hell of a shot. That'd have been a hell of a shot for sure. Well, Tom escapes that one and retakes the lead 5-4. Unceremoniously as it may have been, it still counts. And Tom has the break. Let's see if Tom's found a spot to break from here. Looks like he's breaking from just outside the box, as it were. He's going 2nd ball break this time, or 3rd ball break maybe even. Yeah, he wasn't finding any success, so he decided to change it up. And I like not just doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So he actually went for the 3rd. Looked like he went for a 3rd ball break there. You don't see that very often, folks. That is a legitimate break. But one not often seen outside of Wisconsin, I suspect. So Jeremy gets up to the table and shoots at the 15 and catches the rail. Just kind of looks like he rushed it there. Maybe took it for granted too a little bit. I'm not sure. So Tom's back in action here, hitting the 6th ball, taking the solids. Looks like he's going down table, trying to get a line on something here. I'm not quite sure. Let me switch the other view here. Looks like he's found himself in a bit of an awkward spot, maybe more so than he planned. It didn't look like he walked the table like he usually does prior to shooting to see where his cue ball needs to be and where his angles are. So that might be a result of a hiccup in his pre-shot routine that he normally would monitor that a little better. Oh no, scratched in the side, or corner rather. Yeah, that was a challenging shot for the 2-ball on the side, and I feel like if he would have done his normal routine where I was speaking about his diligence and walking the table and marking his line and, kind of checking his cue ball off the angle of the shot after he made it, things like that, he might have been in a better position there. But Jeremy's back at the table, looking to rectify his earlier game that he stumbled in. He's taking the stripes down here. Deliberating on his options there. I feel like he's on the job with the 9, but I think the 15 and 12 ought to be taken care of, and he's doing that. He's shooting the 11 ball, and he's going into the 15 and the 12. I think that's a pretty strong pattern there. I would even get up to the 15 here. Shoot the 13, the 12, then the 15. Oh, he got a little farther than he wanted. I'm not sure if he was trying to bump the 8 out there, or if he just kind of was lining up for the 9, or maybe he just got out of line and just went too far for the 14. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, that one wiped its feet off on the welcome mat before it came in the door there. He just barely made that ball. This has got a nice option to break out the 8 if he wants to do it. He can kind of get out of jail free card here and break the 8 out. Oh, didn't appear to do that. He probably would have used more spin if he was intending to break the 8 out. I like leaving the 14 there because of where the 8 is. The 8 only really goes in one pocket. It does go in the bottom corner, but to get there, you need almost ball in hand precision. So I feel like the 8 ball's got to go up in the opposite corner and play short side there. So I'd leave the 14 there for the 8. That's my finisher. And he feels similarly, I think. Got a tough cut on the 12 in the corner here. Not tough for Jeremy. As I alluded to earlier, he is a shooter. And he's going to shoot them wherever they may be. So he's lined up nice here on the 15. Just needs to control his rock here. Looks like he can stun over and get a little closer to the 14 here without too much difficulty. I think that's what his plan is. A little different perspective here. You can see that he's got about bounce off the rail, looks like is what he's doing here. Yeah, I like that. Keep it simple. Yeah, he's got a great line here. He can stun this and shoot it, or he can slow roll it. I think I'd prefer to stun it and shoot it, but should be okay either way. Yeah, perfect. With authority and confidence, fire it in, stop the cue ball. Straight in on the 8. It's a long shot, but it's a good shot. I don't think he's got to fade the side pocket point at all. I think he's got a nice smooth roll in speed here, and if he rubs the rail on the way, he should still make it. But he's got a clear path. He can shoot it straight in, which he did. There you go. Cleaning up some old grudges there on the 8 ball that Jeremy had struggled with the previous game, and he's right back to 5-5. Race to 4, folks. Well, I mentioned briefly earlier that here at Slate Billiards Club, we always are rooting for a hill-hill matchup. And once again, the same as last night, as Max mentioned earlier in the chat, in the comment section there, that it's very similar to the match that we had last night. Guy comes out 4-1, and then next thing you know, it's 4-4, 5-5, and didn't seem like a hill-hill match was in order. And it may still not be in order, but it ended up being hill-hill last night with Garrett breaking and running. The only game in the match that he ran out, he broke and ran out. So great timing. If you're going to do it, that's when you save the best for last, I guess. But that was a great match to watch. A lot of back and forth, a lot of high drama, if you will. So another great one today that I'm able to commentate for you. Live from St. Paul's Slate Billiards Club on our Slate Billiards Club YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and share on all of your social medias. That was a great break. He got just a little bit of topspin on there, but it didn't hurt him. And then the balls all just kind of got back together. So I don't know. I'm going to call the rack end a suspect there. Maybe Jeremy didn't quite rack him as well as he could have, or examined him as sharply as he could have. But Tom's back. Tom's back to the table as Jeremy's break failed him there. Wasn't for a lack of trying, but I'm gonna call the rack into question there. He might not have racked him as or been as astutely monitoring if the rack was as perfect as it could have been there. This is rack your own format, so he's got nobody else to blame. Jeremy steps back to the table here. I feel like there's a carom on there with that 4-5. Let me get a better look at that. I mean, I don't know if you want to go full on with it, but Jeremy's a shooter. He's going to shoot it. It might go. Oh, it had a chance. There was a backdoor safety there. There was a little two-way safety. He almost locked him up behind the 2 there. Yeah, that was a real tricky shot. But I mean, he didn't really have any other choice but to shoot it. And that's the shot that Tom wanted him to have. He trapped him and left him that shot. And then I think he ended up with a kind of a two-way out of it here. Jeremy did. So now Tom's looking at his combination option here, or some other safety that he might be cooking up. Dave O'Keefe back in the booth after wrestling with
I wanted some games.
with Jesse Engel. He won some games. Nice.
That dude plays good.
Yeah. You know, I used to play leagues with Jesse Engel when he was not old enough to be in the bar.
Yeah.
And he had a note that said he could be there.
Really?
And he would go to St. Paul and play at Dunham's and other houses of ill repute in St. Paul, like Bug's Place and these little rinky-dink bars. So I've known Jesse a little bit. I met him I went him a while ago. He plays a little better these days.
Yeah.
But he played good even then. I mean, even then you could tell he was going to play good. So Tom's jumped out ahead, kind of like in Garrett's match last night. And Jeremy came alive. I think Tom got a lot of practice time in, being he was here about an hour and a half early.
Yeah.
And Jeremy kind of blew in with the wind there in about 15 minutes too. And
Doughboy owns a pool hall, so I'm sure he plays some pool.
Sure enough.
They got a couple of diamonds over there. We play leagues over there.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Dean Lanthrop invites me.
Yeah. Well, Dean, he's hot and cold. Sometimes he invites you in, sometimes he invites you out.
Yeah, right.
To stay out. So yeah.
I see he's been messing up your chat too.
Oh yeah,
Dino's listen to him.
Dino's rattling off like usual. No, I wasn't aware that Doughboy owned a pool hall. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Jeremy got a little comfortable, and Doughboy, as he's called, and started shooting some balls in. Boy, he was firing some shots, and Tom's been kind of holding on here and getting his defense working for him, and playing some good outs as well. But
yeah,
I think the key factor is Doughboy's got the never seen a shot he didn't like, and Tom's more of a I'm going to lock him into a bad spot with a safety.
Right.
That's kind of been the way it's been going.
Yeah.
It's like Derek's practicing a little bit here on one of the other tables outside of the view of the camera. Well, this is another back and forth game. A lot of these games have been back and forth. There's been maybe a run out by each player from, right out of the gate, as far as off the break or what have you, or open break from the opponent. But there hasn't been a tremendous amount of it. I think that'll change. Doughboy's definitely got some runouts in his pocket that he hasn't used yet. He's got an ace up his sleeve, perhaps. Oh, Dean played Scotch doubles with Doughboy at Hogpin yesterday.
So if Doughboy wins, it's because Dean showed him the way yesterday.
And if Doughboy loses, it's because Dean
showed him the way yesterday. You got a lot riding on this one, Dino.
Yeah, I think it's Dean's fault either way, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
What if Doughboy wins, it's because he got away from Dean in the Scotch doubles tournament.
Oh, no.
And got to shoot his way on his own accord, and if he loses, it's because Dean wore him out.
Is that the new saying? What would Dean do?
Yeah, what would Dean do?
What would Dean do?
All right, enough of the comedy relief here. We'll get back to the job at hand here. Tom's tried to leave him a limited shot here behind the 1. He's left him a bank on the 15, and I figured Doughboy's never seen a bank he doesn't like, so he's just gonna go after it. Oh, he's solids. I'm sorry. I got switched up in our little.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, that's a functional. That's a functional shot there. Some people might call that a table safe. Either way, it's always my fault. Yeah.
Well, as long as you know that, Dino.
Yeah, Dino understands. He knows his lot in life.
If you guys don't know Dean Lathrop, he's a figment of the Wisconsin pool community. He is one of the bricks in the foundation of the Wisconsin setup.
A figment. I thought you were going to say he was a figment of your imagination for a minute there. Yeah, we know Dino. Dino's our
Dino plays good when it's on the line.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Dino's our brother from another mother.
Yeah.
So we can speak.
It's not.
It looks like they want to adjudicate a shot here for foul.
He's gonna jack up and hit the 15. So. Yeah, no. So Sammy's gonna go out and call the double hit or lack thereof. Looks like he's shooting away from it, so it should be clean. Yeah, Doughboy left him a pretty jammed up little shot. Looks like it'll be good. He's aiming away. Yeah, that was definitely good. Okay. I will have Sam back with me here in a minute. So I apologize, but Sam will be coming back onto the mic.
Had to watch a hit there, and he called that on himself. Wanted to make sure that he hit it good, and didn't want there to be any discrepancy, which is always the right way to go. You don't want to, argue about it afterwards because you never know what can happen. But that was, without a doubt, a good hit, and was probably going to be anyway. But it was good for him as a sportsmanship, show of sportsmanship to his opponent to just make sure get the slow motion camera on the job, which technically wasn't really needed, but it's always a nice tool to have. And just in case, sometimes you hit a weird stroke and you accidentally hit a ball weird too and foul when you would not normally have fouled. Kind of creating one out of thin air. I've seen it done. Looks like Doughboy just slipped on a combination there that he had a chance to shoot and got Tom back on the table. Tom's elected to just kind of tie him up there. Make it tough on him. But I think he's debating here how he's going to maybe put some hot sauce on this 2-ball and come back into the 3 and break it out. I think he's a pretty aggressive shooter, and he's going to try that shot that I just described. He was definitely doing that. The cue ball went right around that shot, and had he made the 2, I think there would have been a breakout right in there. He just missed both. Just missed the shot and also just missed the breakout, which might end up being favorable now that he just missed the breakout because it's a problem for his opponent as well to have that ball there. And the chess mask continues. Tom's keeping him at bay here. Dino, you're the greatest. Well, clearly that's a singular opinion, but you have every right to it. I'm sitting by him and telling him everything y'all are saying. Well, that's quite all right. Nothing that isn't true. I can't vouch for Dino telling everything that's true. He tells stories once he gets a few Coors Lights in him. You never know if it's fact or fiction. But
if anybody sees Dean at the bar, buy him a Coors Light.
Those mountains are blue. They are cold. They're cold right on the can. The mountains turn blue. That's a fact. Oh man, he just slipped on that. Slipped on that one there. Looked like he was in good standing there to do some damage. Unfortunately, on that shot, just didn't quite go his way. A little too full. This is no gimme for Tom either. Looks like Tom's going to back cut the 13 and try and line up for the 15 here. That seems to be the play. Just enough. Great speed, great shot. And, you know, he's got the 14 right there too. So, you know, he doesn't have to do anything crazy with the cue ball. He just needs to get an angle. I feel like he's going to play this 10 in the corner on this third shot right before the 8. I think if you play the 10 in the side, it's kind of troublesome. Hopefully he doesn't end up having to do that. Oh, he just tapped it forward there. It doesn't look like he really attempted to make that ball.
No, not at all. Maybe he was worried it would be a foul. That's why. Yeah.
Well, I think maybe he was worried about getting. I'm not sure. I mean, he clearly had I thought he clearly had enough to make it. He almost made it on accident.
Yeah.
Even though he hit it straight into the rail, it almost rolled in for him.
Well,
anyway.
we know that because we have the camera view, but maybe he didn't know that. He doesn't have the camera. That's
possible. Well, I think he might have conceded that he was going to end up straight in on the 14 and then have a long straight shot on the 10, and he just kind of didn't want to flirt with danger there, and saw the end result and didn't like where his cue ball was leading him. It's possible. Looks like he's playing the bank, or he's trying to drop the 15. No, he didn't accomplish either one there. It looks like he's kind of disappointed with that shot. He just kind of said, heck with it. So Tom's back. I think he's going to play the 10 and roll up into the kitchen here and play the combo. Play the 14-15 combo. That's what I think. We'll see. That's what he's looking at. I mean, I think that's the way to go here. Got a pretty good perspective there on what he's looking at for the 10. That's where the 14 and the 15 are sitting. He's just got to cheat the pocket on the 10 here and just roll this nice and smooth so that he can get behind this 14 on the short side here. Well, he's done it. He's definitely done it. I would smooth this in with topspin just to make sure I get the cue ball past the 3. And should be no problem there. About the worst thing that could happen is if he accidentally makes both balls and then ends up with a real tough shot on the 8.
Yeah.
But I think other than that, smooth sailing.
Yeah. Speed, tempo, thickness of hit, a lot is a factor here on whether you're going to have a good shot.
It is touchy. I would try to hit the underside of the 15 here. So if you hit the top side of it or the middle, the 14 goes to the rail and ends up, you know, and you don't have a bank because the 3's there. So when I said smooth sailing, I mean, it's not guaranteed that this shot's going to work perfectly, but I think he's the favorite to come out okay here. I think he's recognizing the perils of the shot and the perils of the cue ball, and I think he's going to play it accordingly and come out clean here.
Yeah, in the next tournament, Dino, it'll be 1 point under whatever you're rated at the time.
Oh, he did just what I said.
You called it.
Yeah, and it's only because he hit it into the 3, I think. Yeah. He's playing the bank. Fires it in. Who cares? That's a little bit of a Jeremy shot there, if you don't mind me saying so, Tom.
Okay.
He just said, hell, I'm just going to take it where it's at. Wrong one. 6-5. He says, I can play fireman too. Doughboy ain't the only one. All right. Awesome, man.
Banks
That was a
are
great
open
shot.
today.
Banks are open on Sunday. Who knew? Must be a Wisconsin thing, like the bars are open, you know, and the liquor stores open. And, you know, you can get New Glarus, Spotted Cow, you know, that kind of stuff. That was a great shot, Tom. Took it down, confident stroke, big shot. Took the lead 6-5, breaking 3 more games, and he's out. Race to 9 here, folks. Winner breaks, BCA format, rules format. He went with a 3rd ball break again. He says, I'm tired of this dry breaking stuff. I'm going to try something different.
We got rules. It's in the rule book.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh, sponsors or cross sponsors.
He's got a good look at this rack.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom's just not able to get any success on the break. Trying the 3rd ball break, trying the different things here. So the break is wide open. Had he made a ball, I'm sure he'd have been off and running. But unfortunately for Tom, Jeremy's looking to get right back in the mix here with the solids. And looks pretty awesome off the first shot here.
Yep. I like 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get straight on the 6 to draw back for that 1 ball.
Yep. 1-5-3 and see ya.
He could get this. He could get out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's got a good look at the 1. I just don't like the 6.
I would have tried to be closer to the rail and shoot the 6. I agree. But I mean, he's a shooter.
1
he's
to
a shooter.
the 5 to the 6, 3.
Yeah, he's a shooter. He's gonna get his way by just shooting him.
Yep.
I think he's gonna go 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Maybe. I suppose he could roll the. If he gets straight on the 4, he could roll it. Have a little angle on the 5 to get over. And
yeah, that's tight. That's
6
tight
to
though.
the 8's. You know, little trouble.
I think the 4 to the 5 is tight because the angle you have to have on the 5 to travel.
He should walk over right now, just
take
like
a look
this.
at that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're exactly what I like to be. Oh, he's bailing to the 4.
Yeah,
I don't hate this.
Yeah, is he going to hit the 13 and come around, or is he going to try and go underneath?
Hope he goes through the window.
Yeah. Oh, he got away with it.
He's okay.
Got away with it.
Not getting easier though.
No, it is not. So how does he go from the?
Well, if he shoots
5 to
the
the
5
6.
now, it's going to be zinging.
Yeah, I think he gets lucky off the 13 again.
He could come, through here and back,
Yeah.
But got a little path in here that he can get down there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking at his options. All right. He's shooting at the 6. You made it
down.
Yeah, like I said, Doughboy's a shooter. He's going to shoot him no matter where they're at. He don't care where they're at. He'll shoot them in where they stand.
He's going to come right off of the rail there and come down this way.
I think he's got to check this with inside a little bit here. Otherwise, I think it's going to stretch on him and get a little too close to the 5.
Go.
No, he did. He got it.
Well, that's a better shot than he had last time on the 5.
Yeah. I mean, he probably would want more, obviously, more roll, but he's just going to go up and down. Yeah. Miss the 14 and just go up and down, hopefully. That's
or
the
feather
plan.
it. I like the up and down like that.
Yeah. He just didn't miss the 14.
But you said he was going to miss the 14.
Well,
you're not
ideally,
right about everything.
Ideally, he was going to miss the 14. It wasn't ideal. That's all. If he'd have missed the 14, he'd hit the top rail and come right back down into the middle of the kitchen.
That would have been
straight in on
good
the
run for Doughboy. He can maybe make this in the side.
Yeah.
These shot makers.
Yeah, that's about the looks of it here. I don't think the corner is available.
Good try.
Yeah, just a hair wide there. Just caught the point on the outside. Well, Tom's going to try and extend the lead here. 1 game ahead. He's got an open table. He's got every reason to get out here. He's confounded himself with this 9-ball, however. Was not expecting that. I'm sure Tom was not expecting that either. He just slow rolled it and spun out or something. I'm not sure what went awry there, but maybe that was just some English or a bad stroke there. Not sure. Well, he's left a shoot or a shot. That's always a dangerous proposition. He's going for the long bank back in the corner. I'm not sure that he can. I think I might try to cut this ball in the top corner personally, but he likes the bank. Went a little bit wide there. I thought there was a play for the corner there. I thought he might have been able to cut that, and even if he went off the 12, he's kind of tying up a pocket. But he saw it differently. Got to go with your gut and go with your strengths there. He took his bank option, and I mean, I thought Tom was out before. He's got to be out now, right? With this 9-ball, pesky as it was the last time he was at the table, he's pocketed that. I mean, his 15 and his 11 are a little bit funky, but I feel like they both go, so they're not too bad. I think I would probably try and get to this 13 right now. Probably play it on the side. I think he came up short there. I think he was planning to travel a little bit further for a more ideal shot on this side pocket here. He's got himself a little bit of work here. Created himself a little bit of work. Let's see how he fares here. Nicely done. Nicely done. Slow up. Slow up. Well, he can't shoot the 12. He's got to play the 14 now. It's amazing how quickly these things can unravel. He's playing the safe. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I think Doughboy's got to jump now here.
Mm-hmm.
With the way this table's looking, I don't blame him for playing safe there, to be honest. I think that was a smart play.
Yep, live to fight another inning.
Yep. And he just stopped the cue ball there and let the 12 be his blocker. That's a good shot. All right, let's see how the jump cue is working for, we know he's got a break jump cue from Dale Chilton, so let's see how the jump portion works. Pretty good. He had a good jump.
Oh. Good shot, Doughboy. That was almost made that thing.
He damn near did, and he left the 8 near the pocket, which is advantageous for him. And in this, and there was no disturbance of the 11 or the 15. So if there's any discrepancy there, Tom has yet to, figure that out. So he didn't help him. Didn't help him unnecessarily there by making it easier for him. There might be one more safety left in this game where that 15 and 11 are concerned. You never know how he lays up on it here. Oh, just missed it. I think he was hoping to tap that and shoot the 11 next. He's got to shoot the 15 now, yeah. I think you go forward with this and then shoot the 11 next, right by the 8-ball. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tester, maybe. Not so much the shot, but the shot and the situation and the score, and struggling in the earlier rack a little bit more. Nice execution there. Great shot. Confident stroke. Separated the balls. I was looking at a little bit different way to play that, but I think he played it great. He chose to draw back and come off the rail and bump the 11 out. It's obviously working great for him. Made a nice couple of shots and is right back in line here. Just smooth roll this in. No need to worry about anything. Just hit it with top. Smooth roll it in. That's what he's done. Yeah. And dare I say, he's extending his lead to 7-5. Won 2 games in a row. Back to breaking. 2 games away from the victory here. Yeah, whatever Dino is, -1. That's a good tournament. I mean, if he can have his birthday tournament where it's the Dean Lathrop Fargo rating and under, we can have one away from that, right? I mean, I think that makes sense.
It's the not Dean Lathrop and under.
Yes, that's what's on the brochure. I saw the flyer. Yeah. Another 3rd ball break. You know, and he's not making a ball, but he's also not losing the games either. So he's kind of tying up the rack a little bit. So I think he's just kind of shooting that 3rd ball break out of frustration. He doesn't want to hammer him from the front and leave him wide open and, you know, and lose. So he's just kind of almost conceding the rack and the break shot by just kind of bunching up the balls. It's working for him so far. But hopefully he finds a better strategy for making balls on the break and just taking control of the match. Because these solids look like if he can figure out the 3 ball, this might be another nice run rack opportunity for Doughboy here. Think he's able to slide over there on this shot? Looks like it. Yep, looks like it. Now he got into it, but I don't know if he can get out of it now. He's got a tough shot on the 4. He's got to cut in and then go into danger too. He's going to be traveling around the table. He's going to try and put the cue ball down by the first diamond, the bottom rail diamond, and in between the 8 and the 11. Come back up, shoot the 3, or shoot the combo 1-2 after this. So this is nothing nice here, but it is a shot. As you can see there, it's a pretty good cut on the 4 ball, the pink there. But he's got a pretty decent window between the 8 and the 11 to travel 1 rail to the about where the diamond is, the first diamond on the top side of the rail there, and then down to the bottom rail and in between the 11 and the 8. Probably hitting the 3rd rail, coming out for the 3 ball, or perhaps the 1 ball. He's going for the jump on the 3. I don't know. I think this is too risky. I think he's got a shot on the 4. He should take it, but.
And the 3 blocks that 15 too, leaving it there.
Yeah, I thought that was not needed.
And we don't care about your tournaments, Dean, because you always have them at Twin City Billiards, not Slate. So they mean nothing to us.
Well, there's that. There is that.
I mean, I did win one once and take $5,000. So I mean, you can't complain.
You mean the birthday tournament isn't a Dean Lathrop and under? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
This guy's talking trash in the comment section here. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, he must not remember that I beat him out of his own birthday tournament and put him out of the tournament. Like I didn't already know that's how it went. But nice safety from Tom. Functional safety. He's got a shot on the 3 here, but he's left him pretty tough. See what that looks like overhead here. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Not sure if he's gonna line to make that or not. He might have a lot of line to make that 3 ball here. Might have just enough of it to make. Seems like he's deliberating on it, like he thinks he can make it too, so probably can. Well, if he makes it, he's going to shoot the 6 next because I think his cue ball is going to bump right off of the 14. Hopefully not stuck on the 14. And he'll be shooting the 6 ball next. Kind of a weird little rack here. He's got a 4 ball to deal with too that he hasn't. Oh, he jumped the combo. Who knew? Pulled out the jump cue and jumped a combo. So the 3 and the 4 are still a little bit of a problem here. He's got a wide angle on the 6. See if he goes 3 rails and back underneath it again. No, he just drew over 1 rail. Okay. I like that shot better. I thought he had more angle than he did there. Where he just played a great shot to kill it, I think also. But I like that shot because he keeps the 1 ball for his next shot that way, and he can take care of the top side of the table. He's going to try and hit this tiny window for the 3 in the side. Looks like he's not going to get it, and he scratched almost. The cue ball once again just stopped dead. Cue ball stops dead in that corner and doesn't scratch. That's the second time.
All the quad XL shirts.
Oh, awesome. There aren't any available though.
Yeah, they're big dudes like me.
Yeah.
So I have to figure that out. Maybe you don't want
Send
a
them.
hat.
Yeah.
They can have a hat too.
There you go. Yeah. Tell him it's a hat today.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
Doughboy wears a hat, so I don't
There
know
you
about
go.
the other guy.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he went for a bank there. That I don't
Dean's
think
still
he had
talking
any-
about his birthday tournament.
Yeah, he's rambling.
Oh,
on.
about Dan Key and Rob Matson that he brought to rob the tournament. Is that what it says? Yeah, that's what it says.
Mm. Yeah, we're just giving you the business, Dino. If you dish it out as much as you do, you can take it in return. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and I don't care what anybody says about you, Dino. You're all right.
Yeah. All those guys in Wisconsin, forget what they say.
Yeah.
They don't know. All right. So looks like Tom's back in the saddle here. He's looking to take care of these stripes and get on the hill.
Ooh, 13 on the side right now, huh?
Yeah, I think he sees it too. Yeah, I think he sees that shot too. That would open
Looks
up
like
the table.
it goes, yeah.
That would really open up the table nicely. And I think he's walking the table as he did earlier. I think he kind of got away from that for a couple games for some reason. And now he's back to taking in all the data points there and figuring out the best path and the solution that he needs. I think it begins with the 13 on the side. Absolutely. Yeah, he's calling that. He's definitely just checking to see if that goes. From his stick view there, it looks like it goes. I mean, if he back cut the 10 and hit the 13, that's still a good shot too. He's playing the 10 on the side. Two-way.
Just a safety, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
he was going for the bank a little bit, you know?
Yeah, there was a two-way involved there for sure. That was a smart shot. I did not see the safety play there. I was just thinking offensive there and didn't see the safe opportunity. And he clearly played a pretty good shot there for continuing the game a little further until he had a better opportunity to win. Is he going to stick him on the 8 right here? Just stun over off of this 11 a little bit and just bump into the 8. He's looking at the line. He's looking at the path of travel for the cue ball here. Is he going to cut it and go wild here? Maybe he's just cutting it in and sending the cue ball loose. No, he went for the 10. Let's see. Looked like he got a little jabby there, a little tentative in his stroke. He might have decelerated or something there, but I like the shot. I think that was the right shot. He just started lining up a little thinner. It looked like he might have been considering the cut or the bank for a second there, but I think that was the right shot. I think he was just a little too thin, and that's why I was seeing it that way.
Yeah.
I think he actually needed to hit that more naturally and hit the 11 fuller, which would have kept the cue ball from drifting ahead of the 8 there.
I agree.
So now what's Jeremy Doughboy got here? He's going to just smoke the score in the corner, peel off of the 14, or knock the 3 loose and just run wild in the streets, or
I mean,
what?
the 3 all the way up will change some stuff. It's
Oh,
hard
right
to
now?
say. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a super aggressive shot. He's going for it. Oh, maybe the 3 doesn't go by the 13 in the other corner, so that's why he shot that.
Yeah.
His cue ball was pretty protected there.
Yeah, 3's in a better spot now.
Much better spot. Yeah, he's better off missing that than he is making it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kudos to him on that.
Yeah, because Jason's smart, or Jeremy's smart enough to play safe on him, obviously, and do a move. So
Yeah. Yeah, Tom's in recovery mode a little bit here. It's like, okay, well now how do I play safe back on him because he didn't leave me a shot? These guys have had a few chess games here. But, you know, Tom finds a way to win. He's on the hill and breaking. I mean, he's not feeling good about the breaking part, I imagine, but you know, he's getting into these cat and mouse games, these chess games.
no row.
Yeah, that's a foul. You know, and he's still winning them. You know, so he's still coming out ahead, despite his break not even really being a factor at all in the last few games or several games even. So that's pretty impressive. I'm sure Tom would rather have the break and making a ball an opportunity from that side of things, but it's pretty impressive without the break. He's still managing to win some of these games and stay in the lead. So I think it was 4-4, and then it was 5-5, and then he won 2 in a row. Maybe 3 in a row even, but I think it was just 2. All right. Ball in hand. Doughboy's going after it.
And if you're watching, Mike, we're going to need more pretzels.
All right. Here we go. Hopefully he doesn't get involved in the 13 here.
It's definitely in play.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to cheat the pocket too much and spook yourself. I think he's just going to roll it in and bump it. Oh, he hit it. There you go. Cleared
Pretty
it.
perfect.
Cleared it and perfect on the 8. Six, 7. Hey, the kids love that number. Sorry, it was a cheap shot. Low-hanging fruit and all that. But 6-7, Jeremy breaking, Doughboy breaking, trying to get on the hill himself here, but he's got a couple extra games to go. And Jeremy says, I'm going to take this Chilton break jump cue and I'm going to hammer him. I'm going to make 16 balls on the break. Well, I don't think he meant to make quite that many. Maybe 30%. Maybe 30% of that. 5 balls on the break could be okay. But let's see what he's got in store on the break here. If he can keep the cue ball, he hasn't scratched yet, I don't think, for a while anyway. So he's hitting them pretty good. He's getting them out there, getting the balls moving. I believe he made a ball. He's got his cue ball tied up. A little bit on the 11 here, so he's got to shoot tree-topped on the 7 or a tough shot. He made that 14 on the side again. Now I think he plays the 7 next and tries to get under the 6, or he just leaves the 6 where it is and shoots it as it is. Yeah, he might have been trying to go underneath it and bump it out a little and then just shoot the 3, but looks like he got kind of next to it. I might be crazy, but I think I might just shoot the 6 ball right now. He's going after the 2. He's hoping to get the 1 here, I think. No. See, I like leaving that 2 to get the 1 and the 5 and, you know, unlocking that corner quadrant there. And it seems like he doesn't really have a way to get there now. I mean, I know he can dribble this 6 in and then play the 3 in the side, but I mean, it's crash up derby, I think, off of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he might still get there off the 15 or something, but I just feel like that 2 ball is a more clean way of getting in there without kind of just going like a bull into a china shop, you know. But he might have a line on this 5 here. He's proven me wrong here. If he gets a line on this 5 and gets to the 1, he's doing it. So he had the right idea all along. And he got there. He got a little thinner than he wants, but if he was really full, he could get to the 1, and now he can't. I don't think he'll bank this. I think he'll cut it and just take his medicine on the 1, whatever shot he gets. Let's try and put enough on it. Oh, it worked out pretty good, actually. Do you think he spins this with a lot of low right and tries to come around the 15? He'll end up with a long shot on the 8 that way, or do you think he hits it thin straight ahead and tries to hit the 8 on the way out?
Gosh, I don't know.
I feel like those are his 2 options. I mean, if he's using the bridge, I don't want to hit the 8 on the way out.
Yeah, I think he can check it, but you know, it'll be so thin that maybe he'll tickle the 9 and
yeah, I don't think he can check it enough to
not hit the 9.
Yeah. Well, even just to not hit the 8.
Yeah, he's hitting the 8.
Oh yeah, he hit the 9.
Okay.
I mean, you know, you're managing the bridge. You're trying not to get the cue ball back there and foul on the bridge too.
Well, so didn't miss it by much. It hit the corner of the pocket.
Yeah, you're trying to swing back, it and get out of the way there. It's a little complicated. Yeah, he just missed it by just enough. But it's still sitting there. So, you know, Tom's got a wide open table. Yeah, I feel like with Tom's dry breaks, and he just accepts the fact that he's going to dry break and goes for the 3rd ball. You know, he's getting the best of it remarkably with that strategy, but he has to get out here to go up because he needs that 3-game cushion because he's not breaking. You know what I mean?
I do.
So if he's essentially conceding, I mean, he's not actually conceding, but he's essentially conceding that he's not going to make a ball in the break and he just 3rd ball breaks. You know, it's all the more critical that he gets out here because of that. Nicely done. Nicely done. That was a nice little speed shot there. That's a tough ball to make when you're putting the inside top on it. He did a real good job there. Did a real good job there. I think he comes up for the 9 here. Puts a little right on it. Just right middle, maybe. Oh, no.
He rushed it out.
He rushed it and he threw it out of the pocket. Yeah, he rushed it and he threw it out of the pocket.
No boy, let's check the overhead, see if he can see this one.
Yeah. I'm watching the delay here. He used a lot of inside.
Pretty close.
Yeah, he pushed it out.
I don't know that he can make that.
He can swerve it around. Yeah, he can't
Maybe a
make it
little
naturally.
swerve.
Yeah, he can make it naturally, but a little slurve shot. Oh no.
It was a good hit, no scratch.
Good try. Yeah, good try. Yeah, Tom put his head in his hands. He couldn't believe he overcut that 10 ball. And now he can't believe that he's looking at it again to get another chance to win the game. You know, I mean, we've all done that, put a ton of inside top on a ball and just squirted the cue out of the way and overcut the ball just enough. We've all been in that position before for sure, but hopefully he's able to just, what do they say, have the memory of a goldfish and just go to the next shot.
And that's because goldfish don't have memories.
This is what I understand to be true.
They have no feeling.
So he's kind of got himself in a weird spot here too. I would not want to shoot the 9 or the 13, so he's got to shoot the 12. And then does he kill that with inside and then play the 13, 15, whichever ball that is, and then the 9? Yeah, that's what he did. He bumped the 1, made the 8 ball just a little bit tougher. Let's see what that see what that looks like. Yeah. He's playing safe off the 9 here.
Just gonna leave him there, tickled in.
Yeah.
Got the 9 in a nice position.
He did do that. I think he can hit this ball clean in. I think he can also hit this ball off the 8 in. I don't blame him for playing safe there, but this can get ugly. I just about called it there.
He jammed it up. Yeah. Does the 8 goes by that 1 a little
looks like
bit?
The 8 does. Yeah, looks like the 8 can sneak in and.
But you might be thinking about the 1.
Yeah, yeah, it can get, especially when you know you're going on the hill. It can creep into your mind. That's for sure.
Yeah. Does he play safe again?
I don't think I would draw back to the rail and play safe. I think I'd run from here.
You're all, but
Just
you would run
it
out
with
every.
top.
You don't even
Well, that's
play
true.
safe.
I don't
you
play
just
safe
run
at all.
out.
I try to run out. His stroke ran out on there because the cue ball and the 9 ball were fairly close together, and I think that cue ball just didn't get a chance to kind of get revved up,
rolling. Yeah.
So he needed a lot more top there just to get kind of like a basic activation of top. So he ended up with a tough shot. He's got to come with a shot now. Oh, he hit it too thick.
Good speed though.
He might have got away with it. Look at that.
Yep.
And I think he knew that too.
Yeah, he knew that.
I think he knew that. Yeah. He knew if I slow roll this in, I'm going to get on the rail for the 8, and I've got a 2-way play here, which he did do. So kudos to him. Matter of fact, if he'd have hit that thinner, he'd have made it, and he'd have probably bounced off the rail and come out and left the 1 ball. So if he hung it and almost made it, he would have left the shot for Doughboy Jeremy here. I'm guessing he knows where the jump cue's at. He's used it for a jump combo that he made, which was a pretty spectacular shot, and he had another jump on the 8 earlier that he was successful at, but just didn't quite make it. So now he's going for the 1. Can I call that he makes this ball and goes 2 rails and has a shot on the 8?
You can do whatever you want. I'm not the boss of you.
Okay.
We could call Angela and see if it's okay with her.
Oh, man, look at that.
Good shot. Stayed up. 1 got a little bit, a little bit weird in the way.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here.
Angela's not the boss of me. She's the boss of Drew. She's got 1.
As long as you keep telling yourself that. Yeah. I mean, I can say that about Angie all the time, but I still do what she says.
Well, you're a smart man.
Oh,
You're a smart man. Well, let's see here. He's going to.
yes, you are the OG king, Angela.
What am I?
Sam will figure that out.
Oh, king.
Eventually.
Oh, what am I? Oh, king.
Okay.
That's what she says. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Actually, you're the queen.
She's the queen. That's right. All right, here comes the spinner on the rail. Hit it nice.
Good shots.
So he used spin rather than speed there.
Yeah, he did.
I like that. I like that choice.
Like a little sinker shot once it hit that rail.
Yeah, it just really just zipped right over.
So he air bridges 2-3 times to get his aim.
Yeah.
And then he drops down into his shot.
Yeah. Well, that's the hill. Let's mark that game. We're going to need 2 in a row from Jeremy here to keep our hill status in play. We've got 2.5 hours into this match.
And these guys haven't took a break, have they?
They have not.
Wow.
Not even a water break, not even a pee break, not a regular break, not a mini break, not a foam break, not any kind of break.
But they did break.
Well, they broke the balls.
Yeah, so there was some breaking going on.
They might have had breakfast. I don't know. I wasn't there.
All right.
Let's see if he goes for this 3rd ball break again. He's going to hit the 6.
So he racked them. Didn't like if they were tight enough. Then racked them again. Let's see the break.
I'm calling the 6. He might even be hitting the 10 for all I know. No, he hit the 6. Hey, 3rd ball break. He made a ball. That's the first time.
There you go.
First time he did that.
Nice spread, too. Just no shot. 3 in the side, maybe.
Yeah. He's got the 3 on the side. You know, the solids don't look bad. I mean, nothing looks bad here. You didn't make your first one.
Just the first ball. You got to get one down.
Yeah. I mean, the one's a little wonky maybe, but it's okay. There's other balls around. He can get to it.
Look at this dude. Just shoots it in.
Yeah, he took it quick.
I'm not as good a shooter as some of these players.
He took it quick, man. He took it quick and deadly right there. Showing us on the live stream that he can do some of those Jeremy shots too. I like the 5 here, going to the bottom rail and touching the 14 and leaving yourself with a 7. I think he might like that shot too. Well, he didn't go to the rail first, but he just went into the 14 nonetheless, and he had the 1 right there.
Yeah, but now Doughboy can put this 15 in the side.
Yep, from that point, I would take the 1 for sure right there. And
yep, I
then
agree.
Play the 7 maybe, or the whatever. But not to be done today. Doughboy's got the 13 on the side. He's going to be a shooter. He might take it in the corner, but there's the side. Yeah,
good shot.
I mean, he's just got to make these 2 balls and get to the top of the table. He's going to be looking good here.
I mean, if you don't have a really good draw shot, you just roll this ahead, shoot the 12 on the side, you know?
Yeah, you could do that. I would run it around and play it in the corner, same pocket.
Yep. That
bounce.
Perfect. Perfect.
2 bar. Maybe he still got it. I don't know.
Tough to say.
Tough to say. But considering where he's got to travel to,
yeah,
I think he's got to put a different shot on here. I mean, if you look at this 8, it doesn't go on the side because the 2's there. It doesn't maybe go in the corner because the 5 is there. It doesn't go in this corner because the 1 is there. So the 8's, you know, it's available for position.
Yeah. Okay. So he can hit this. He can run
break
into
this
that
out.
11. Yeah.
He can break this out and maybe make the 5 in the hole.
Yeah, he's a good enough player to at least give a run at it.
Yeah, he's going to see it coming, yeah. I mean, he has no other choice anyway. It's not like the 11 ball has any kind of chance at a pocket.
No.
So he's got to kind of swing for the fences here and stroke it out with low right.
Oh,
unlucky.
God, so unlucky.
Yeah, that was pretty unlucky. He might be able to drag this in, and he's going to shoot a real long 8 ball if he does. But rather to shoot the 8 than not have a shot.
I mean,
but it's tough.
He could follow this in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just tough because you can't put draw on it.
Yeah, and it's hanging there by the point. So most of the 5 ball is covered.
And he understands he's got to hit it full.
Yeah, you want to hit this full without hitting the rail. Oh, the double kiss was on.
It's okay. Yeah.
He did double kiss that too, and it just went into the point. So he was definitely expecting the cue ball to hit it twice. I mean, that 8 ball from there, I would rather have a shot at it than not. But I mean,
100%.
he's got
This ain't
he's got
no
some work.
givey for
He's
Tom,
got some
yeah.
work.
Because the 7's tough. So even if he shoots the 6 to get rid of one of his trouble balls,
Yeah, the 7's still there.
I don't know. I think I peel off of that 2 and I peel off the 2 and try to leave.
Put him on the wall. Yeah, put him
come
on the
off
wall
of
with
here
4, 6,
and-
7 behind him.
Yeah, and try to leave him anywhere down in here. The 2 will be your contact. You don't.
You don't really need to worry about where the 2's going. You just got to control the cue ball. Yep, I think that's what he's looking at. Because the 4 is in play, and then the 6, 7 is obviously in play too.
So he did do my shot.
He got it.
Ooh, did he leave him? No, he didn't leave him a window or nothing.
Full table jump.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, I think
Tom's trying to win.
I kick this. Yeah, I have to kick this because that full table jump, the cue ball's not going to stay on the table.
Yeah.
Even if you do hit it good, it's a bouncer. Going to skip off the table.
I mean,
I think you've got to hit this just outside of the point and just stretch it with a lot of right.
and again, if he hits it pocket speed, it'll be a long 8-ball shot, but also the cue ball will be just like tucked in down there. And if it misses, you know.
Try to do it.
Good try.
He had nice speed there. I think you just almost have to dig into it with low right.
So
kind of swerve it into the rail even. He's playing
put
the
it
7.
right there. Yep.
He's going for the run.
Try to leave the ball right there.
He's hitting the 7 in the side. He's going 6 up table. And then letting the chips fall where they may from there, I think. I wouldn't leave it up to that chance. I would make sure that I'm playing shape. I think he plays shape on the 4 next, the pink.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's a little too straight, no move angle at all. So I maybe roll ahead and try to shoot the 4 in the lower right.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. He might go underneath. Yep. It's a tight window to land in, but I don't know that he has a lot of other options. Oh, he's stroked it.
Nice shot.
He overstroked it.
He didn't get enough twist off that end rail. It kind of came back on him, but he definitely shot it good.
He's got to shoot the 1 now.
So if we learned anything in this match, is that Dean likes Coors Light and Angela's the king.
The queen.
She wanted to be the king, so
she said,
she can be whatever she wants.
She said in the chat, "What am I, oh king?"
Oh, king. Oh, I see. I see. You know her terminology better.
Yes. Okay. Old English speaking, medieval English there. Like a theater actress.
Dude just fires the 1 in.
Yeah, that was a strong stroke.
And
he might need another one. He might need another one.
Doughboy hit a guy that was ready.
Yeah. This dude, for lack of trying.
This dude shows up in a suit and practiced for a couple hours, and he wanted to make sure he was prepared.
Here comes the stroke right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He took the side pocket. I like the choice. Yeah, he just puts a nice smooth one on this. Don't sweat the score. Just roll this in, bounce off the rail. Straight in 8. Even if it's not a great straight in 8. As long as you bounce off the rail, you're good. Oh no. Caught it thin. It looks like he rose up in his stroke there. He didn't stay down.
Yep, he saw the finish line.
Got a little nervous or got a little excited.
Oh, he can see this too.
Yeah. Well, no, he stayed down when he hit it.
Yeah.
He jumped up after the fact.
He jumped up after, yep. So
he just kind of jabbed it. He might have decelerated there.
Doughboy's trying to figure out where he wants to.
Yeah, he's got to.
Oh, he thinks he has to jump it. It must just a little elevation with his brake cue.
Yeah. Caught the rail first there and came across.
Well, he can shoot this 8 in and leave the cue ball on the end rail, but I put him at a decent lick to make this.
Yeah.
Because even if he shoots it and leaves the cue ball down here, you know what I mean? That four is tough from right there. I mean, maybe.
I think he leaves him closer to the first diamond even, and it's tough from there too.
Yeah, depending on whatever straight is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he just puts her down.
Yeah, he's got an awkward shot, but
I want hill, so I need him to smooth this in.
Yeah, smoothed it all right.
Nice shot.
Yeah, you were right. You were right.
All
He hit it nice. He hit it nice. You know, Tom's lamenting his chance there. He had a
Tom's got to be like, ooh.
He had it in the bag there.
Yeah, Tom was. I didn't hit that twice, did I? Tom
you
was
did,
like,
but it didn't register.
His ass already left. He had to catch up to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, he was on his way to the bank.
But here we are.
But
we're still here. Hill for the people. Angela says you're lucky. She's 30 minutes away.
Yeah, that's right. Time to escape.
Thanks for sharing Sam with us today, Angela.
Yeah, I was here for the morning.
Sam at a pool hall all day? No way.
Yeah, 2 days in a row. I was here from 1:30 to 11:30 yesterday, and from 11 to whenever we finish here, maybe 6.
All right, head ball break right up the middle.
Schedule. He's going hammer time. Yeah, he's got a powerful break. He's got that one right in the corner side there, whatever ball that was.
Some balls are down, so
the 9 ball. Yeah.
Solids look pretty juicy.
Yeah, he's got to come with it now. No chances of redemption. Two days in a row. I was there for 2 days. 11 hours yesterday or whatever it was.
Sam actually played pool too.
Yeah, I did.
I was excited to see that.
I'm trying to play a little here and there these days. All right, he's got a shot here.
You can get up. He can get up for the 6 on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He almost ran a rack out earlier.
Yeah.
He's still shooting here. That 3 goes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to get into this 10 ball, I think, if he cuts the 3 in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot it. Maybe back to the middle of the table around the 10? No.
There's the 10.
I called it.
Oh, nice. He can't bank the 1 because the 10 and the 11 are in the way. Unless he just gets real wild and goes in off the 4. So he's got to shoot the 7.
7.
He's running out of real estate here. But he's still shooting. He might just blast his way through this. He's working hard. He's working hard. Nice shot. Gave him something too. He broke out that 11-6 there.
Ooh, little sticky down here on the 4, dude. He might run a rack.
That 13-6, 15-6, whichever ball that was. Yeah, he came out clean there. That was nice. He might just clean this up here. He's got a shot on the 4, and he's got a stopper on the 4 that he can get to the 6 and he can get to the 8. I mean, it's there. It's a little tight, but it's there. Oh no, just overcut it.
Good try. What did he leave him? 10, 13.
Yeah, just a little thicker. He would have made that, and he'd at least have had a swing at it. I mean, I know the 8 ball only had a couple pockets maybe to go in, but yeah, he's getting down to business here. He's really measuring up this 15 ball, making sure he gets what he needs out of it here. Oh, just a little thin. Most of these shots haven't been thin. Most of them have been too thick. I think that might have to do with the fact that it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, we got the AC cranked down here. It's nice to been in here.
Yep, the heat index is like over 110 today. It's crazy outside.
Yeah, it says 97 and mostly sunny on the computer. 97, that's pretty warm, especially if you add the humidity.
I've got the weather app that says extreme heat warning from now until 9 o'clock tonight, and it's 104 real feel.
Wow.
So that's the humidity. Yeah, it's nasty. It's 95 tomorrow though, so that's cool. Back to work. All right, let's see where he's
So you
at
pocketed
here.
the 6.
He's gonna go for the bank here. Has he got a little opening? I think he can spin that in.
He did.
Oh, look at this side pocket.
Sit
Slow
down.
up. Slow up. He's on the rail again.
He's got it though. He's
You know what? I
hard
think he's
shot,
feeling
but
it. I think he's feeling it. I think he's just off the rail enough. He just made that nice bank. He settles in. I think he makes it. Yes, sir. He's a shooter.
Wow.
Despite the odds. And Tom had a.
Wow. Tom's got to be.
Yeah, he had a really wide open shot there. It wasn't a gimme. It wasn't a gimme, but.
We have no will for the people.
Well, we called it at the beginning. Let's hope for a hill match just like last night. And
It's all we want.
you know, here we are. Here we are. Hill with Jeremy Po' Boy breaking.
And they're still not taking a break.
Doughboy. I'm sorry, Doughboy, to be clear. Yeah, they never did take a break.
And if you would like to enjoy a Coors Light with Dean Lathrop, you could go to Doughboy's Bar in Wisconsin. I think it's right outside of Somerset. And Dean would drink a Coors Light with you there.
I think Dean should buy the Coors Light for them.
Yeah.
And then they could enjoy them together.
Yeah.
I think they're all on Dean's tab.
All right.
All right, Doughboy, let's see what he's got.
Catch this.
Break him on the hill. He's been hammering him all day. No cooperation.
Damn, that's a nice break.
No cooperation. So Tom, back from the dead, back from the championship Ring of Honor, and just one wiggle short of taking it down. Now gets a chance at redemption here. I think he likes the stripes.
So we're all meeting at Doughboys and Dean's buying? Is that
That's what I heard.
That's the plan. Yeah.
I think he wants to just tickle this 13 ball here, either by shooting a ball off
like
of
the
it,
15,
like the 15.
off of it. Yeah. Nobody wants to play it from where.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how this 12 and this 8 are going to turn out.
the
Oh, he
8
took a
ball's
rush.
tough, too.
He rushed
Yeah.
it. He knows. Yeah, you can see his body language there.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows he rushed it. All right, let's see what Jeremy's got him in play here. Well, he got a breakout. See what he likes. He's on the solids. I think he goes 5 the 4 ball, I'm sorry, in pink, and then bumps the 6 there. Or does he shoot the 3 and take the top table 1-7 and then come down table?
Nice shot.
Yeah, it was a nice play there.
Right? Like,
looks like he's taking the top side of the table and coming back down.
I mean, I didn't hear if him and Dean Lathrop won yesterday, but it definitely wasn't because of Dean, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jeremy did the heavy lifting there. Maybe. Nice stroke, really powered that one through.
Yep.
That's a confident stroke.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy's feeling the fire.
He's finally getting going, yeah.
He's got to come up nice on this 2 here because he wants an angle. And he did get an angle. He might have got too much angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if he strokes out of this. Maybe he just puts low left on this and just strokes out of it and ends up playing the side rail for the 6. Yep, that's what he did. Got too much of it. Unfortunately, he's got a really weird combo here.
He's close enough to aim it though.
Yeah, he's got to hit the 6 pretty thin, and I think he's got to hit it pretty firm. And don't look now, but the 8-ball's got a funnel between the 15 and the 13 in the side pocket, and if he hits that 8-ball, it could be real unfortunate.
It was a really nice 2-ball shot.
Yeah, it was a great shot. He just got too much on it. He needed about 4 rotations less, and he would have been shooting the 6 as I
It almost
indicated.
looked like he was looking at the bank on the 6. But...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure what his plan is. He might be going off the 13, off the 12. Yep, I saw that at the end there. I didn't see it originally, but I'm like, he's going off of the stripe. Is that the 13 or the 12? Yeah, that was a great shot. And then he could control his cue ball. Yeah, I said it at the beginning. He's a shot maker. He's a shooter. He doesn't see any shots he doesn't like. He just shoots them where they're at, and he's done that. Hopefully he can contain himself here and finish strong. Oh, thin. Too thin. Well, that's a great place to leave it.
Yeah, he's got a hanger. Talk about a threat.
Yeah, he just left it a little thin there and hit the top point or the side point and then the top point and sat up in there.
So Tom is coming back to the table. He's got stripes.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming to you live from Slate Billiard Club, St. Paul, Minnesota. We got monthly and yearly memberships. We do some tournaments sometimes.
Such as this one, the 520 and under.
The 520 and under. So he hooked him a little, but I think he can go rail first and win this game right now.
Think he can pinch it underneath the 9?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's going to be hitting the 6 thin because he has to go into that rail. I mean, maybe it's just how it looks on camera. Maybe maybe he can't get through there.
I'm not sure.
On the camera, it looks like he can, but
he's looking at like a multi-rail shot here.
Yeah.
And I don't see that happening, but I don't play enough three-cushion billiards.
He must not be able to get by that. Gosh, it looks like it.
He's looking at going 1, 2, 3 back here in the 8.
Yeah.
The 8's right in the middle of that.
Yeah, if you can't hit this directly on, then you're in trouble.
He's got a jump cue.
Is he going to jump kick this?
How's he going to reach it?
I think he's going to jump over the 13 ball and go 2 rails.
Jump kick, 2 rails with English.
I'm thinking, unless he's jumping the 9 ball and trying to go 1 rail.
No, he's not jumping the 9. He's jumping the 13 and going 2 rails, like you said.
It's not impossible.
No, it's certainly not. I mean, all you're doing is trying to scratch, basically. And the 8-ball's not in the way. So I feel like if he either shoots it close to the pocket or if he spins it a little and doesn't shoot it close to the pocket, he can get there. Oh, it's too wide.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe this will jam everything up. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he actually needed some right English there with the jump. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot. Otherwise, you just have to shoot it a lot closer to the pocket. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see how Tom's nerves are now.
Yeah, he shot that in between the first and second diamond, and he needed to hit that like a lot closer to the pocket to get that to come around 2 rails. I mean, it would have been a fantastic shot, don't get me wrong. One way or the other. But Tom's trying to handle business here. I think he's going to bounce off the rail and play the 15 on the side. Yeah. I think he might play the 9 on the side again after this 15.
Ooh, we almost got 100 people watching. Come on, everybody, let's break 100.
Yeah.
Before Tom runs out.
I think we should hurry up and hit that like and subscribe button and share it all socials. Share to Facebook, Insta, YouTube, wherever you're able to share on TikTok, what have you. Yeah, he's thinking about this
Feeling
10
the
ball.
heat. He's feeling the heat.
Or 14 ball, rather. He's walking the table, trying to cool down.
He is too. That's the second lap. Good.
Yeah.
No, that's good though.
Yep, get the adrenaline burned off a little, cool off a little, blood pressure there. I don't like this shot. I like shooting the 15. I like shooting the 9 in the same side because he has the angle. And then you just get down below. Yeah, he's going counterclockwise now.
He's wearing out your carpet, Sammy.
It ain't my carpet. It's Slate Billiards Club carpet. I mean, he can make this work, but I don't know. I just don't prefer it.
He just wanted that ball out of there.
Yeah, yeah. So now he's got to play the 12 and stay away from the 8 ball. And then he's playing both these shots, the 9 on the side, and then more likely the 15 on the side as well.
What a match either way.
Yeah,
No matter
for
who
sure.
wins, both
For
you
sure.
guys.
They battled hard. But he's froze to the rail, so there's only so much he can do here. He can just hit it basically with top spin and bounce off the rail and come back. Yeah, he's showing his nerves for sure. But hopefully he can maintain here and pull it off. You know, that's like I said, that's all he could really do is bounce off the rail there with topspin. I think he has an angle, though, to come off of this 9 and move up for the 15. No, he's pretty straight, actually.
I'm going to have to just stop shot.
So, yeah, he might just stop shot it and play it in the corner. Oh, he did draw back. He's okay. He didn't pull the Jimmy wedge. He almost
I thought
did.
for sure.
He almost did. But yeah, he's looking pretty good from here.
And those of you who don't know, Jimmy Wench drew. He would have been the world champion, but he drew it into the side.
Yeah, that was an 8 ball hill match against was it Efren or
Efren
Jose Carriga?
Reyes.
Yeah, Efren. Yeah, that was an 8 ball tournament, World Championship finals. Yeah.
So the cue ball is going to be going away from the 8 ball. So
Yeah.
the question is whether or not you want to have it go a little bit away, or if you want to try to come around.
Well, I don't think he wants to come around. I think he's okay to just cut this in, bounce off the rail, and shoot it.
Take the distance.
Mm-hmm.
This one's close to where I would come around, but
Yeah.
bounce. That's a good look. Yeah, he's off the rail.
Yeah, as long as you come off the rail, you're good. I think he's almost straight there, which might be easier, honestly.
Hill though. I
It
don't
might be
know.
easier to be off straight because then you just have to
Yeah.
cut it a little instead of having to hit it pure. You can favor one side or the other. Definitely would not be using English on this shot. I just hit it below center and punch it in.
Oh,
And he did. He hit it with top.
Winner.
Hit it with
chicken
top and
dinner.
Made it. Nice job, Tom. Way to
All right.
made it outlast the firestorm there. It was
Thanks
a little
for
dicey.
everybody joining us today. We'll be back later this week. We got 3 matches left in this tournament that will be live streamed, and we'll let you know. Please like and subscribe to Slate Billiard Club on YouTube. And please like our Facebook page so you guys get notified when we go live. Have a good day, everybody. Stay cool.
Good night.
Demetrius Gelatis here with Minnesota Pool Bootcamp. We live in an age with abundant information about pool, but without organization and direction, it doesn't translate into bottom line results. I've been coaching full-time for over 6 years, and I've guided more than 200 students step by step to higher levels of pool. Now I've partnered with Slate Billiard Club to provide online group coaching and make our training available to players everywhere. No travel necessary. Join us online for just $19.95 a month. You'll get access to my Minnesota Pool Bootcamp playbook, covering cue ball, pattern play, mental game, and the common leaks that people have in applying this to get their game to the next level. The best part is I'll be there working with you every step of the way to give you the direction you need to see results right away.